Hello everyone, and welcome. Good to see you all again. And welcome back to Mass Effect, the Datapad Blues Session 2. So, let me just get all my bits and bobs together here. So, last session, I'll do a little recap. The crew managed to secure their new ship, which they had very lovingly named the Flaming Pyjak, from a brilliantly and very non-suspicious gentleman by the name of Shady Tom. Gusk handed over the papers, signed everything, and brought it immediately back, and they gained their new, brilliantly lovely ship, which just so happened to be missing an engine and many other important parts of the actual ship. So when they went to see Shady Tom, they managed to secure, through many means of convincing and intimidating him, for him to replace the parts that weren't in the ship, such as the engine from a very shiny new ship, and they had some good diplomacy on the go. And while Shady Tom was placing these things back in, the crew made their way to a very nice shady bar nearby where they got some drinks, headbutted some Krogan, and got into a bar brawl. They won some money, well, credits that is, and made their way back before they were offered a job. They were told by a very mysterious individual that their boss, the curator, wanted them to find a specific datapad that was once in possession of Cerberus, that seemingly been lost to the black market or bureaucracy in some manner. And that's where we left it, as they were just heading out. So, if we'll go from left to right, if you can each introduce yourself and just tell us who you're playing and what their race is, and kind of a little bit about them very shortly. So we'll start off with Spacedock. Daniel.
I'm Daniel from Spacedock, and I'm playing Captain Richard Lysander, an ex-Cerberus operative, now a salvage operator, surrounded by insufferable lunatic aliens that he is forced to endure to maintain his ship and his livelihood.
And one cool human that you quite like.
Also, Alasdair is there.
Yeah, that cool human. Speaking of that cool human who you like, Alasdair. Robbie Jenkins.
I am playing Robbie Jenkins, who is also a human from the proud Jenkins lineage, also related to Richard Jenkins. It turns out our entire family is liable to die on their first mission, or literally anything they try and do, and I have decided to leave the Marine Corps, which I was a part of, to seek out safer employment, where I found Dan and a scavenging job, or Lysander, rather, which I thought was safe, but may not turn out to be.
Certainly. And right, moving on to Aaron Narenis.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel. I am scientific advisor for the Spacedock web series The Sojourn, on which Larissa also voices a character. And Stephen, he also voices a character, a very special character we can't really talk about. Anyhow, so I am playing Aaron Narenis, who is a bureaucrat Turian, who's also a co-ed. What else can I say?
Brilliant. I think that sums it up. Your Turian bureaucrat is an amazing thing to see every single time, that's for sure. And dare I even ask, Marc.
Hi mates, I'm Marc Guest, I am, and I play Roger Collins on this here RPG, and I'm doing a flawless Australian accent while doing it. Roger Collins is a gumshoe, he is, had a string of bad luck by cracky, now finds himself on the wrong side of the bar.
Yeah, thanks. That was some intro there, Marc. And so, last but not least, Larissa.
Hi, I'm Larissa Thompson. I'm with the Templin Institute. I'm playing Nakmor Gusk, who is a Krogan who's really insecure about his place in the galaxy, and so he's got a lot to prove. So he ends up headbutting a lot of people.
That he does, and that was proved last session by the amount of headbutting that happened, where despite his
And I
confidence
also
issues,
ate the entire menu of a super shady restaurant.
Oh yeah, you did.
And won us a bunch of money by doing so.
Indeed, you won a lot of money. You headbutted down some big, tough-looking Krogans, which made you feel a bit better about yourself. And yeah, so brilliant. Happy to have you all back. So where we left off, you all stepped out into the open area of the shop of Shady Tom's after you were given your mission, and there's still repairs needing to be done on your ship. You were told that there'd be a high pay involved with this mission, so long as everything went smoothly and you delivered this datapad back to your client. They said they'd be in touch and would send you a message on your own datapads as soon as possible. Still, you were given at least a lead, which was that the datapad was processed and went through the bureaucratic system of the Citadel. Something that, lucky for you, one of your members had some involvement in. So as you head out of the ship and you step down, Shady Tom comes out once more out of the woodwork, sort of creeping out between two ships that look to be quite derelict, and he smiles and slicks his hair back one more time and straightens himself up before he just looks over you all again. Hey, the ship's repairs are going well. The only human's been working on it, of course, Lysander, and, well, you know, she's gonna be a beauty, that's for sure. So where you all headed? Was it a strange lady that came to see you I wanted?
Well, we're going to be heading down to the archives for a look around.
Whoa.
Might have a small job on.
Sounds interesting. Well, if you see any, tax refunds or anything that you could get from a business, that'd be good. I heard they're kind of charging me a bit much this year. Isn't it charging me? So if you find any documents and you bring them back, I'd be mighty grateful. I'll reward you, of course.
I'll think about it.
All right, no problem. He says and kind of smiles at you all brightly again, a bit nervous still, like he's still looking over you all a bit nervously. This sort of shady dealer of ships, having the run-in with you last time seems to have put him on edge. Well, you all have a nice day, he says, and sort of slips back in between the cracks of the two ships into the shadows and fades away.
I like him.
I don't.
Like you.
He's just the right amount of shady to be trustworthy, I think.
I wasn't listening. Why are we going to the archives?
Because the illusory bloke told us to.
Sorry, I meant to ask the captain that. Jerry?
Aren't you supposed to say this one?
This
My
one
role
did say
play-
this one.
You've lost your Australian accent as well. You're a fraud.
This one thinks the Australian accent might get annoying.
This one thinks the being down in the bush all the time might get on everyone's nerves. Also, your Australian accent was okay. What's going on? So we're going down to the archives. Yeah, as Captain Robbie Jenkins decrees, by order of Admiral Lysander, because that's the only way my boss can tell me to do anything. Yeah, we're going down to the archives.
But why, by cracky? What's in the archives?
The woman said that we needed to find out where a datapad had been printed so that we can get it to somewhere so that they'll pay us.
All right, mates, I know you knew the detective game, but in this one's industry, we call that a clue.
Right.
So, are we going, or are we just gonna stand here talking about going?
Gusk, I'll race you to the archives. I'll race you.
Oh, no,
I'll
about
beat
we-
you.
How about we go somewhere without a foot race, okay?
All right, cool. So instead of going somewhere with a foot race, you sort of make your way slowly out, and you find some nice cabs to get you where you need to be. As one of the air taxis sort of lands in the bay and stays very still for you.
Okay.
Alright, well, I'm getting in.
Can we
Yeah,
afford this?
that means we'll need another taxi, right?
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna need to. The Krogan seems to be quite chunky. You know, Gusk's a chunky boy. As he sort of takes up 2 seats in the back.
Hasn't Gusk just won the pools or something? Can't he pay for all this?
This one forgot his
no.
wallet, he did.
The the credits that I won goes to all of us. It's not just me. I give it to Robbie.
Okay, cool.
I don't remember because I remember we won a bunch of money, but I don't remember if we kept it or if we've lost it all on some absurd bargain or gander that we. Do we actually have the money that we won from that?
Oh yeah, you do. It all came through. They were immediately transferred for you. The credits were basically put straight in your bank account, and you can of course have had them evenly split if you wished, so you'd all be a little bit loaded.
We have a shared bank account between all of us.
Yeah, that sounds great.
We have to co-sign each other's leases now.
Yeah. So, so you all get enough
we're getting
credits.
rated.
Apparently, yeah.
Oh my
Hello.
god. Hi.
So, raid in mind as well. Hello, everybody. And yeah, so you were all jumping in the cab. Gusk, you've managed to sort of get yourself in. Your sort of head plate is scraping against the top of the cab as you get in, and it makes a nice noise the entire way. But you get in, and there's at least 2 other spaces in this cab for the rest of you to get in. Well, for 2 of you to get in. The rest will have to take one after.
Shotgun by Cracky, shotgun!
So, Roger, you sort of
How
float
do
on
I
in.
know about the shotgun rule?
You know what, man? The shotgun rule by
Sure,
Cracky.
give me a smarts check, please, Gusk. Do you know what the shotgun rule means, or do you just believe this is he's asking for a shotgun?
I don't think I know what it means.
No, you think he's asking for a shotgun.
I'm not giving him my shotgun.
Gus hands Roger a shotgun.
No, I do not hand him a shotgun. I'll pistol whip him with a shotgun.
Is it
Oi,
still
mate.
pistol whipping if it's not a pistol?
As you
Yes, it is. Shut up.
as you consider this, and
Oh, we're going to
Gusk
need another
sort
smarts check for that.
No, that's a deep philosophical question, that one. So as you kind of get in and you're discussing this, and you say, "But if it's not a shotgun, shut up." The door slides closed, and then you just shoot off towards the archives district of the Citadel. Meanwhile, as you're sort of doing that, the rest of you are left stood on the side of the road, just waiting for another one to appear, as Robbie Aaron and Captain Lysander, eventually another air cab sort of flies on by and swoops in, landing just by the side once again. The door
Wait,
opens.
which one did I make it in? Am I in the first
Oh,
one or
Roger,
the
you're in
second
the first one. It's you and Gusk in one, and they've just shot off.
Alrighty, mate.
You sucker.
Ugh.
Remember how I vomited on you? I don't know why you got on the cab with me.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm now kind of glad we're paying for 2 cabs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's get in the second cab, you idiots. Come on.
You first, Captain.
Lysander's in the cab, mate. He's in the cab.
So it's me, Aaron, Neuranus, and Lysander in a cab.
It is now.
Neuranus!
It is the coolest people.
Tell us a joke by Turian people. I've known Lysander for about a month now, I think, and he always tells me how much he likes Turian jokes. So let's hear one of your best.
But let's talk about Paul about the spot.
So, Aaron, what joke are you going to come up with for this? You have a high tone, so you're pretty good at this.
Do I let the dice speak for me?
I think you need to speak for you on this one.
Alasdair, I trusted you.
You're a cruel man, Robbie Jenkins.
You were
Robbie
like
Jenkins,
a brother
we
to
thought we
me,
could trust
Alasdair.
you.
If you want to roll a dice and you get high, then I'll just assume whatever you said was hilarious. To be honest, I'll laugh at whatever you say.
If only you could get away with that in real life, mate.
I wish.
So as you're thinking about a joke and you all get in the cab, it kind of detaches again and gets flying through the city. You see the sights of the Citadel pass as you're still sat there, Aaron, just kind of like, joke. And soon after, all of you arrive outside of the archives. The district is much nicer than the one you were in before, and you can see very familiar sights for yourself, Aaron. Before you lost your job, this was where you worked, and you can see many of the sort of regulars of the office walking in and out. A couple of them sat outside, a couple of them smoking, a few of them just drinking various drinks. And you can see sort of the large doors ahead of you and a couple of CSEC members that line both sides who are currently chatting to each other, the Tutorians fully armoured, sort of guns holstered as they're just chatting. So, you're all on the side, you've arrived. What do you do?
Okay, so this is like a public area, right? Like a
Oh yeah, very much so.
concourse?
Yeah, it's like a concourse kind of area. You can see various sort of traffic passing. There's a lot of sort of footfall here. And then there's the archives ahead of you.
Okay, we're pretty tooled up and we've got money, and if we like get distracted by anything, we'll be there for 6 months. So let's just go straight to the archive.
Alright,
Okay.
so all heading to the
As
archives.
you say
then.
that, Aaron like puts one hand in front of you and says, "Don't worry, Captain. I got this." And he starts walking towards the two Turians.
Alright, Aaron, you walk up towards the Tuturians. You both sort of shift.
I'm glad somebody knows who the captain is, by the way.
You mean Robbie, right?
Yeah, you just seem confused, Aaron.
I mean, I read the paperwork. I know who the captain is. Anyhow, so do I know these two Turians? Because, like, Aaron has been to the archives in the Citadel many times. Does he know the guards?
So, as you sort of look at the guards, could you give me a very quick, just a knowledge check, so just stay smarts, please.
A smarts check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So you sort of, you think, and as you sort of go, oh, what are these names again? And you believe that their names are Velta Veripanus and Laelas Bruchion. So Laelas and Veltus.
Laelas and Beltus.
Laelas and Veltus.
Veltus. As in velvet. Okay. So Aaron's going to walk to the two guards and he's like, "What? Wait, are you..." Like, he points to the one that he thinks is Velvet. "Are you Velvetus? Or am I confusing you for someone else?"
The two guards look at you. "Oh, Aaron," one of them says to the left. "No, I'm not Velvetus. Besides, his name's Veltus and it's not his shift. I thought you'd remember me. We shared drinks. I brought you food. One dinner time when you had nothing, I brought you credits and bought you it. I can't... Surely you remember me," he says as he looks at you again. "You have no idea who this man is."
Captain, I need your help right now.
Oh no, you got this.
Awkward.
I turn
Fuck.
to Jenkins and I says, "Jerry, this one spent a lot of time around Turians. This is going very well. I was nervous getting here, but I think we're going to be fine."
I'm glad that you've said that, because I haven't spent a lot of time with Turians, and to me this seemed like it was going poorly, but now that I know that it's going well from your expert opinion, I feel completely assured and feel no need to intervene whatsoever.
Perfect. This one feels the exact same way.
Alright, so as you sort of, you're kind of talking, Aaron, they're kind of both staring at you still, and the one on the left, the one that you insulted, just kind of sniffs a bit and turns away and goes, "The name's Emilius. Emilius. You should remember my name. The times we shared, Aaron. I thought we were friends."
Stephen, you are a cruel, cruel man.
And he sort of just...
Hey, don't blame Steven, blame the die.
I'm gonna lean into Aaron here and just say, "Don't worry about it. Just tell him the joke that you told me earlier in the cab, and I think this will all blow over."
So hold on, what was his name again? Because even when he did say, I wasn't paying
Oh
much
wow,
of
you didn't even remember his name then? That's just cruel. His name was
This poor guy.
Amelius.
Is what now?
Amelius.
Amelius didn't do anything to deserve this.
Amelius.
Posted in the Roll20 for you.
Like Aaron's like going to stop like with a fist. Oh my god! I'm so sorry, Amelius. It's just it's the body armor. It's the body armor.
Yeah, well, I have kind of buffed up a bit, I guess, as the humans say. Might be that.
Yeah, I mean it does, make your form less harder to see,
Harder
and the
to
helmet
see.
makes your colony tattoos, difficult to make out. I'm very sorry. Listen, I've come here because I need to check on some papers for my contractor over there, and like he's going to point to Lysander on the. So, can we go in? Is there any problem with bringing in the human?
Well, there might be, he says as he kind of looks at you a bit, sort of assessing if he should let you in or not. Could you give me a very quick spirit check, please? Just to kind of convince him as you're sort of going with your strength of character at the minute. Wow, okay. So, Uranus, it seems now that you've remembered who this person is, he's very keen to help you out. He kind of shifts his weight a bit and sort of goes, well, we're not meant to let you in, but for you, he says, and kind of looks at you. And of course, we're friends. As long as you take your ID card with you, you'll be fine. I'll make sure to tell the rest that you're there to let you through. Because we're friends, right? Right, Uranus?
Sure we are. Mike extends a hand to clasp.
He kind of breathes out, holds his hand out, and clasps yours and shakes.
Jerry, this is taking a turn. This one doesn't like where things are going. Do you have your weapon?
I might have lost it in the bar thing that we did before, but the one that I did have, I left on the ship. Why is this bad? This seems good. Is it bad?
This
They
one thinks it's
unclasp
real
arms.
bad. You keep just keep an eye on your weapon if you can find it. This one has a really bad feeling about this, so keep your eyes open.
Right. Okay. Roger. Roger.
Aaron is going to turn around and go back to the party and is like, guys, it's okay, it's fine. Fuck, I forgot his name again. Anyhow, he's an old friend whose name I've forgotten again. And he's going to allow us to go in. You just need to keep your ID cards and stay close to me. Don't stray too far away. These people know me. It's going to be okay.
Okay. Let's go. It's casual. Roger's ID card probably under his.
So you kind of, are you all going in then?
Yes, assuming none of us get lost.
Alright.
I'm just
So-
holding on to the back of Lysander's shirt.
Yeah. Hold hands so you don't get lost.
We should enact the buddy system.
Yeah.
Make a chain.
Make a chain. A friendship chain. But as you
Okay.
sort of all
We're
begin
going
to
to
make your
perform
way
a stealth conga into the archive.
The archives are open to the public, right?
But not in Mass Effect 3, they're
ordinarily, No.
Oh, okay. Because I thought we were like trying to sneak into like a public library or something, and I was very unimpressed. But this makes more
Come
sense.
on.
Okay.
Do you have your
Give me some
library
credit,
card?
man.
No, the archives are kind of cut off from the public. You need special access to get in, but it seems Uranus, talking to his good buddy that he totally remembers his name of, has managed to secure you all an access in. And as sort of as you walk in, you do see a gate that scans you and then seems to ding pleasantly, telling you that you're all allowed in. And as you all walk through, you find yourself in what looks to be a sort of combination of many hallways, almost labyrinthine in the manner of how it's put together, with many sort of offshoot rooms and cubicles and the rest. And especially just in front of you, you see sort of a row of cubicles. All of them are empty, but there's one desk that behind it you seem to see a very, very large Elcor just sat behind the desk. His eyes slowly turn to you, Aaron, as he sees you.
Do I know this guy?
Yeah, he seems to have taken they've given him sort of a human name to make it a bit easier on people coming in, and he's gone with Larry.
That has some sinister implications.
This one
They've just
finds
changed
out
this poor guy's name to make him easier for customer service.
Basically.
That's a little bit depressive. Hey, Larry! Long time no see, man.
The Old Court turns to you. Aaron, it is good to see you again. Happy.
Yeah, so how's the family?
The family. It is not going too well. Sad. Contemplative.
I just put myself in a corner, right?
Yep.
Now I'm going to have to carry this conversation with this guy.
And
You've been doing so
why
well
are
so
you all
far.
Here. Curious.
So funny story. So like I think you do remember how I was assigned to help some human recycling guys, you know?
Human recycling guys. Speaking of
Yeah.
Captain Lysander, Robbie Jenkins.
Recycling guy may be something of an understatement.
Yeah, scavenging is noble work. It's not the same as recycling.
Recycling saves the planet. Are you implying it's not noble work?
That was a good
I'll
joke.
let Jenkins answer that one. Go for it,
I
man.
was about to say Lysander can take this one. Scavenging is more noble because you have to step out of the comfort of your own home. It's basically recycling other people's stuff. It's a step above and beyond.
Larry
Good
the
save.
Elcor turns to you slowly. Could you give me a quick spirit check, please?
I absolutely can. I think.
Does he remember where it is? That's a real question.
I've opened up my character sheet on Roll20 and it doesn't seem to have anything in bio and info.
Oh, it'll be under character sheet. There's a tab at the top. It'll be bio and info character sheet. If you click on the second one, and it'll be in there.
There's character sheets?
There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
Star
character-
Mark.
It's like blank for Robbie.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in there.
No, there's definitely stuff in there.
Unless I just can't see other people's.
I don't think you can see Robbie's. Actually, let me check something. I believe you somehow managed to eject yourself out of the game, so I'm just going to quickly...
That
Oh
would
my
explain
god, there's
why I
two
couldn't
Alasdair
find the
M's.
game.
Well, we got this break.
There you go.
I
okay.
can't remember both an Australian accent and this one, so I'm in trouble.
That's fair.
This one thinks that might be a struggle.
This one wants to
This
throw
one-
some shrimp
Right.
somewhere.
So you need to decide whether you're an Australian bloke pretending to be a Hanar or a Hanar pretending to be an Australian bloke. Who
What's the difference, mate?
forgets half the time.
All's the same under the sea.
Also, you should have access to that now, Robbie.
Okay, let me try and open up the character sheet again.
Yeah, there's like you and your doppelganger, so...
I'm going to refresh it.
What kind of check was he doing, by cracky?
It's a spirit, right?
I was doing a spirit
Yeah.
check.
I thought a smart check would have been ironic.
Smart check is always ironic for me.
Kangaroo
no,
on a reef.
It's alright,
I-
this works. We're just in that sort of bit in Mass Effect where, like, Shepard stood there waiting to reply.
I can't seem to get my character sheet, but I'm more than happy for my good friend Roger to step in and be my spirit in this particular case.
Sure.
What you did for me back in the bar? I mean, what you did for this one back in the bar? I'm all too happy to oblige, mate.
Lysander
Yeah,
actually has a
spirit
lot
check.
of charisma. A lot of charisma points does Lysander.
Does he fuck?
So what am I doing? A spirit check?
Yeah,
Or what's
just,
somebody
just
doing?
the spirit check. I've also given everybody access to Robbie's sheet, so you can probably roll it for him if need be, while we sort of see if Alasdair can get access.
Oh, I already rolled the dice, mate.
All right, good. Okay, so that's a base success on a 4. So you say that, and the Alcor seems to look at you and go, corrections were very needed. Contemplative.
Always hated Alcor. Never knew what they were feeling.
Insulted. Heavily. How dare you? Insulted.
Possible to read. Can we move on then?
Move on. You cannot.
La-
You need to
Larry,
sign
Larry.
in. Angry.
Larry, I don't know this guy. He's just following us. I don't know who this guy is. He's just following us. He's just floating around with us. I don't know. You know how these people in the Citadel.
You see Larry sort of blink at you slowly. Aaron is honest. You always have been when you were here. Loving.
Feel guilty.
You
Why
really
didn't
want
you
to make me
return
feel
my
bad
calls?
today, right?
Confused.
You know how it is, Larry. It's just been so much work. I mean, we have this whole spaceship that's not really working anymore, and need to get the paperwork. You know how it is. It's just so time to find time for yourself and to gather with friends. And like he gives a little nudge on one of the Elcor arms.
You nudge his thick arm. And the Alcor kind of looks at you. Could you give me a spirit check, please?
Ah, fuck.
Alright, a 17. Yeah, Larry believes you. You've been a good friend to Larry. You did once return his call, and he appreciated that, where he talked to you for around an hour about his love of interpretive dance. It was a very specific and strange conversation to have with an Alcor. But it sticks in your mind heavily. And he looks at you. Very well. Each of you needs an access card to make sure you can go ahead. Administratively.
Can this one get you?
Administratively.
This one does not need to, does it? Confused.
That's not what this one asked. This one asked if it could get to you, Bar Crocky. Might come in handy later.
This one's jokes are much appreciated. Sarcastic.
All right.
Been in that role plenty of times.
Good one. Amused. The Elcor seems to press something, and a little slot opens, and through it, a seemingly an access card for each of you is placed in front of you. It has a picture of you on it, taken of you whilst you've been stood there, and it also has a little name on it for each of you, and a little clip to put onto your clothing or armor.
We didn't give our names. How does he know our names? We didn't give them.
He is a god.
This smells like a setup.
You are all registered citizens. You have come in before. Understanding.
Jenkins, you
Didn't
find
we
your
find
gun?
we found Roger in like a bin on the back of a ship? How's he registered?
It just Rogers just says annoying one.
Fair enough.
Wait, you guys aren't just wearing your like name badges at the front of your like chest? I am.
Like Jenkins has just got this like Jenkins Christmas jumper.
Hello, I am Roger Jenkins. Robbie Jenkins, I forgot my name there, sorry.
And like on the back of the jumper, there's like a family tree of all the Jenkins, and like highlighted
This
to
is
one.
big red X's through all of them.
Oh god. The
That's
advent
dark.
calendar for the Jenkins is literally just like every time you peel back a door is just like a black and white picture of a fallen family member.
So getting the ID badges was the quest, right? So now we've won.
Yeah, you won. Good job.
Nice.
Yay!
So you got your ID badges, and the Elcor gets back to its work. And Aaron, you know that you'll need to go to the 3rd floor. There's an archive there where you can access a computer terminal that'll be able to find any sort of stored data pads that you've got in this place.
Okay, so before anything, I'm just going to give like Larry a little tap on the back. We're going to catch up later, okay?
Oh. I think Alasdair just
So-
vanished.
Oh, and he made everything look
It's
weird.
made everything
Jenkins!
weird.
Jenkins, no!
Damn it,
You
Jenkins.
can't leave me!
Yeah, apologies for this, everybody. The UI is set up for having 6 people in the call.
The important thing is I still look fine.
There we go.
Apologies.
Whew, that was a moment. It's alright, it's
Okay.
alright. That was a glitch.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. Okay. Crisis averted. You're all let through, and you begin to make your way to the back end, and you can see there is like an elevator at the far back, and a couple of cubicles on the side where you can see various people kind of going in and out of, and a couple of them have people hanging over the side and chatting to each other and the like.
This is the
Oh, no,
crappiest
no,
looking
no.
bar this one's ever seen.
Okay, so it's home field advantage. Nirana should probably lead the way here through his offices.
Stephen, I don't like that look.
Oh wait,
Oh,
he's gone
come on
again.
again,
Oh,
Alasdair.
no.
This is
Stephen.
promising. Yep.
That look in your face, it says that Linda is probably here.
Oh, maybe.
Oh god, no. That is going to be so awkward. So, what's happening to Alasdair?
Alasdair!
We miss you, buddy. Please come back.
I have no idea. It's a weird one because like I don't want to move around the UI too much because if I do, the moment Alasdair comes back in the call, everything's gonna go out of whack. So
Should we just pretend everything's fine and move on?
yeah, let's just pretend everything's fine. This is intentional. This is our we're sort of going for an abstract UI here, you know. But yeah, we will figure out what's going on with Alasdair as soon as possible. I do apologize, everybody who's watching. But
I like your
yeah.
strategy there, Larissa. It's good.
Yeah, it works, right?
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, I'm luckily kind of still in focus, and we've got everybody kind of on screen.
Damn,
yeah, Alasdair
wrong way
T-posing,
then.
exactly. Still, yeah, as you're sort of as you're sort of walking around and starting to make your way to the back of the room, you manage to get to a lift at the back, and as you get to the lift doors open, and outside steps a human lady with sort of blonde hair tied back into a bun, and she looks over and spots you, Uranus, and a smile very quickly spreads across her face. She goes, "Uranus, you're back! Oh, I thought you were fired!"
Linda!
"Gusk," she says, and goes over and kind of gives you a friendly little headbutt.
How are you doing, Linda?
I'm doing great, thank you. Actually, I was planning another night out, but before that, we should probably make sure that you get your business sorted. What is it you're needing?
We need a Datapad thing.
Oh, well, we've got many of those. Any specific one? She says as she sort of leans against the counter.
I don't know.
Erin's kind of looking at the floor right now. Canturian's Blush?
That should be the name of Aaron's memoirs, but that's besides the point.
I like how this camera situation is forcing Larissa to adopt like a Krogan posture.
Welcome back, Jenkins.
It was all
Visualize
planned.
that.
Apologies for that, everyone. I think my internet might be playing up. I needed to restart the router there.
I
Sorry.
think you're right.
Yeah, and I like the idea from Chrysium there, who's just like they widen their mandibles to blush.
What did I miss? So we're in the archive. And
So you're in the
we've got-
archive, you've gone to the back of the room, there's a lift there, and then Linda has stepped out of the lift as she sort of walked out and seen you, Aaron.
And we said hi.
And you've
I
said
to
hi.
Linda. I like Linda.
So, it's a pleasure to see you. I hope your datapad hunt goes well, and if you need anything, you know where I am, Aaron, she says and winks before she walks into one of the cubicles at the side.
Oh, is this Linda from accounting?
This is Linda. From
Yeah,
accounting,
this is Linda from accounting.
From Aaron's Session 0, yeah.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting.
So as you sort of, do you continue, is the question. How are you doing this?
Well, I
Yoo-hoo.
mean, we know there's Datapad thing to look for. We should look for the Datapad thing.
This one wants to know if we're getting paid by the hour, in which case, maybe some light reading on the way there.
So do we actually need to convince this person to give us it, or is it on a computer somewhere, or what's going on with this?
So Aaron would know this. So Aaron, you know that this is on the 3rd floor. There's a computer terminal, just like Jerry said, and essentially you need to access that to get into the logs, and then you could see sort of what datapads have been taken in, which ones are out, which ones are rented, where they should be. So you'd be able to track
I'm
the
pretty
number.
sure his name was Larry.
Yeah.
Just saying.
You'd not.
Not
I'm glad
Jerry.
you've remembered. But yeah, so Larry gave you that, and yeah, basically it should be 3rd floor. There's a computer access there that you could search it up on. This was pretty much your day job. You know exactly where you're going.
Okay, just follow me, guys. Remember, stay close. Like he
Stealth combat.
kind of adjusts his crest like after his tentative meeting with Linda. It's like, oh,
That's fair.
I might touch some stuff because it looks interesting.
Yeah, you touch stuff on the way, and some people are like, please stop, as you sort of knock over somebody's rubber from their desk, and sort of the Solarian looks at you with hatred before he picks it up and puts it back.
so as Gus is doing this, like Irene going, no, wait, no, Gus, come, no. Like you know how you do with a child. No, come here, Gus, no.
So, as you sort of corral Gusk along, you all make it to the 3rd floor, and you find the terminal in question. And as you get there, you can see that there is somebody currently using it. As they sort of press in a few things and look over to you, they seem to be a Quarian, one that you don't recognize from being in this building before, Aaron. And they sort of look over to you and then press in a few other things, and then walk off in the opposite direction towards the back end of the room.
Not many Quarians on the Citadel.
Nope.
Can I do his mods check to see if I actually remember that I don't remember that person, and it is not a person that I am actually forgetting to remember?
Sure, you can give me a smarts check just in case. I don't know. You don't remember any Quarians working here.
Okay.
Like, you
Let's
think you
file this.
distinctly remember that.
Well, this is like a public terminal, right? It's not unusual that someone else would be using it, or is it
It's
like...
not unusual that somebody else would be using it as long as they work in the office. But basically, it's strange that he's seeing a Quarian. He pretty much knows everybody here. He's worked here for years beforehand. And, you kind of get to know everybody in the office. And this isn't the person he's spotted before or knows about. Maybe they're a new hire, but it still seems strange. You remember ordinarily there's a lot of humans and Turians in this place that handle kind of a lot of CSEC filing and things like that. And there's also a couple of Solarians that work here, but other than that.
I mean, I think Lysander's space racism is actually spot on in this case. I don't think the Citadel would be hiring any Quarian.
No, racist or otherwise, almost every Quarian on the Citadel is homeless because of the pilgrimage system.
Yeah.
So they're not after like accounting jobs.
Maybe data on accounting firms is what they're looking for in their pilgrimage, but I digress.
You want a great
I guess
pilgrimage for data, specifically from accounting.
I mean, since they have to deal with the closed environments and ecosystems, they must be masters of accounting.
But still, this Quarian does kind of look over to you and goes, sorry, you can use it, he says, and begins to walk across the other side of the room, very hastily almost. Irene
doesn't really have much reason to be suspicious of this guy. He probably thinks this is weird, but he's not going to pursue.
I'm
has a
definitely
target.
suspicious of this guy.
Yeah, all right.
I get the impression that we're going to look at this console and the information's going to be gone, and then this guy's going to leg it. So let's, like, Lysander eyeballs the situation kind of thing. Yeah.
All right.
Can I do a
Lysander.
awareness check?
Yeah, so if you could give me just a quick notice check, please.
1 second.
All right. Do you want to use a Benny on that for a reroll?
You know what, I will actually. Actually, how many bennies do we have?
You get 3 every single session.
Okay, I'll use one. Yep.
Benny and the Jets.
Do you want to use
Oh,
another
brilliant.
Benny?
Turns out Lysander's blind.
You know what? In this case,
You know what, I'm going to use one more
All right.
benny.
All
This
right.
sounds important.
it could
How
be
many bennies do you have? 3.
3 a
Three.
game for every person.
Except for me.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, so given your crit ones.
Ooh.
If only we had a detective in the group, but whatever.
What does that
Unfortunately,
detective want
we
to
only
roll
have
for?
Crocodile Dundee.
Why is the flying jello not doing checks?
I think Lysander's asleep.
Lysander.
All right. Get the jellyfish on the job.
Lysander, as actually, even with your crit fail and with your 4 that you've been getting, I'll give you this much. You are heavily suspicious of them. Why is there a Quarian in an office? They don't work in offices. You don't think that's right.
2 crit fails in a row. I wouldn't be surprised if Lysander just accidentally deleted everything.
Just deletes all the data on the Citadel. Just like...
Oi, mate, Lysander. Probably didn't notice this, you know, might have gone all right over your head, but this one finds it very strange. There's a Quarian on here. Maybe we should go, check him out, ask him a couple of questions. What do you reckon?
Okay, how much has this Quarian got away? Can we actually stop
He's
them and
only
interview
about
them?
10
or-
foot away. He's just like walking quite quickly to the back of the room, but he's being
Look at
careful.
the way
Okay.
he's moving. No innocent man moves like that, by cracky. Learned that in the swamps, I did. Yeah, and my home
All right,
planet, whatever it's
stop
called.
that Quarian. Let's halt. Shout after him. Stop.
You shout stop, and he stops immediately and sort of turns and goes, "Is everything okay?"
Okay, Roger, you're up.
Oh, it was Rogers. Yeah, sorry, go.
Yeah, so what's what's the best move here? Like, I can investigate, I can notice. What's
Yeah.
the
So
play?
what
boss?
are you trying to do? Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm just trying to size him up, maybe ask him a couple of questions. Like, how would I...
Go ahead.
Oh, mate. What are you doing here? Kind of strange to see a Quarian in these parts, eh?
Kind of strange to see a Hanar.
Well, fair point, but...
That is a
guess
great
if
hat,
it's
by the
on
way.
here on
Brilliant
assignment.
hat. Such a nice hat. A very good hat. Where did you get it?
No. Okay, I know it's a great hat. This one knows it's a great hat. Doesn't need to be told that.
Yes.
And kind of suspicious you're changing the conversation here.
No, I just really like your hat.
Everyone likes this hat.
Yes.
But regardless, what's your business here?
Accounting.
Accounting? A lot of accounting
Yes.
going on in the archives? Gonna find the history of accounting in the archives? That's what you're looking for? That's your story.
Should I try talking to him? I think I should try talking to him.
Yes.
Diplomacy's
yes,
failed.
looking
Get
for
him, Gus.
history on accounting. He says as you say that. And Roger, could you give me a very quick investigation as you're talking to him? Actually, on your 6,
Nailed it.
you notice he's speaking to you, and of course you can't really read his face, given that Quarians have full masks on that kind of cover their expressions.
And this one has no eyes.
And this one has no eyes. But you get a feeling from them, a gut feeling, wherever your gut is in your body. And there's something about the way they seem twitchy, extremely twitchy, more twitchy than they should be, and there's a sense of guilt in their voice.
For the purposes of like gameplay and clues and stuff, should we assume that anything any one of us finds out, we just instantly tell the other people? So I'm not constantly being like, "Oh, mates, this guy seemed kind of twitchy."
Yeah, as long as you're kind of keen to share it, then you could kind of be giving
Okay.
them signs of it, like
So
But if
unless
you want to
otherwise
directly tell
specified-
them, I'd say like you can kind of translate it to them in some way. So
I'm in favour of anything that involves Mark speaking in the Australian accent as much as possible.
I really
yeah,
think I'm nailing
I
it.
think you do need to say, just in regards of in case anybody later is like, I don't want to tell them this bit I've found out.
Alrighty. Well, mates, this character seems kind of suspicious.
No?
Which one of you is the Krogan?
That would be me.
Says the Krogan.
I'd like to introduce you to this one's friend here, mate. Maybe he'll ask questions in a way.
Oh,
No, I can't. This one can't. Shit.
lovely.
Yeah, so, what are you doing here? And I'm gonna be like intimidating as hell. What are you
All right,
doing?
give me an
here?
intimidation check, please.
That was sad.
You can Benny that if you
What's
want.
with all the sad rules? Yeah, I'm gonna Benny.
Much
There
better
we
on
go.
mine. As soon as you Gusky sort of step around Roger, and sort of as he kind of floats aside, suddenly your big, massive Krogan form is revealed to this Quarian who looks at you and just kind of goes, "Oh." And as you sort of step forward, your shadow being cast brilliantly by the lights behind you, as one sort of flickers at the top, and it sort of keeps painting you in this flickering light of a shadow that's cast, and every shadow on your face is sort of enhanced as you look down at them, and they look up and just kind of gulp before going, "Okay, what do you want?"
What are you doing here? What were you doing on that terminal?
Finding location of something?
You better be honest with us, mate. This one doesn't know if it can hold that other one back.
I am being honest.
Be more honest.
What were
How
you
ca-
looking for?
A datapad.
Are we looking for a datapad?
Yes.
Well, I imagine there is a lot of datapads here.
Don't be smart with this one.
No, he's right though. There's
What's-
a lot of datapads.
Thank
here.
you, yes.
Mate, you can't interrupt in the whole interrogation thing we're doing.
Oh, okay, sorry. Like he steps,
that
gives
way.
a step back.
But what's so special about your datapad?
It is important to a person who wishes to have it.
And who's this person?
Important.
Who is this person?
Don't, please, no. Do you... It's not really person. I've been given more organization. I was found on my pilgrimage, taken in for a while by them. They're not good people. They wish to just have this back. That is all. And if I get it back to them, they will completely stop watching me.
Look, mate, this one believes you.
Good.
This one wants to help you, but my associate here, you know, this one knows very well what he's capable of, and believe me, you don't want to be on the wrong end of him. So maybe you should open up here a bit.
I am opening up. It is not good. You should not be stopping me so much. They are watching.
All right. Who is watching? By Cracky.
I cannot see their name. Please, just let me do this.
Oh, sure you can, mate. Talking's easy. Look at me, doing it all the time.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Stopping him, that's hard.
As you say that, you hear a shot ring out,
No.
and let me just roll my damage behind the scenes here. Okay.
Aaron immediately throws himself on the ground like splayed.
Yeah, you hear the shot ring out, and this Quarian is shot in the side of the helmet, and it doesn't seem to hit them, but it seems to go through and shatter the front end of their mask as they sort of cry out and go to the ground, kind of guarding their face the best they can, and you can see sort of this air rushing out from them, and everybody in the office at this point kind of screams and begins to run, and there's just chaos everywhere around you.
Okay, can I see where the shot came from?
You can give me a notice check.
Okay.
Okay, Gus. So you look around, and sort of spurred on by the sound of a shot, you look around, you look to the direction where the mask was shattered from, and as you look over, you can see what seems to be a barrel of a gun, pointed out from what looks to be a small sort of air car. And with your 8, you can also see that you can see a bit of shoulder armor and a bit of sort of the arm, and it seems to have a white and black shade to it.
Gusk, what do your Krogan eyes see?
I see the shooter. I'm going after him. So I'm gonna run towards the air car and I'm gonna try shooting at it.
All right, cool. So as he sort of begins to pull his arm back in and the gun back in immediately after taking the shot, you charge up towards the windows at the side and sort of begin to get your gun and shoot. Could you give me a shooting check, please, with whichever gun you're using?
Can
Pull off an Obi-Wan.
I can buff people here, right, with commanding presence?
So
Okay,
your
cool.
buff with your commanding presence does do that. I believe it helps them with shaken check, so if they're shot and they're kind of needing to recover from that, they can easier with you.
Ah, cool.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's in
I
effect
don't
at all
really
times.
need to do anything. So shooting check with whatever gun I want. They changed everything, and now I don't know where it is.
I think Gusk needs to pull off an Obi-Wan and jump towards
All right.
the air car.
So Gusk, you run forward with which gun? Is it your shotgun? Is
It's
it your
my
handgun?
shotgun, yeah.
Alright, so you sprint, charging, and as you charge, you sort of knock cubicles down, and things shatter as you do, and you make it to the side and level your gun, and just as he's sort of pulling his arm in, you let off a shot, and as you do, it seems to strike them in the side of the arm and the sort of bare bit of face you can see. And could you give me the damage, please? Okay. So, unfortunately, unfortunately, as you sort of fire off the first shot of the shotgun, it doesn't seem to do too much. You see it scrape them, and sort of the shot seems to just wing them slightly, and you see blood sort of fly from the bottom of this guy's jaw. And you can see sort of pale skin and sort of a stubble there, and you hear from the car itself in pain, but otherwise it doesn't quite take them out. You have got full auto, so you can give, I believe, what is your rate of fire with that gun?
I only see a range. I don't see a rate of fire.
So your rate of fire with a auto shotgun is 3, so you can technically take 2 more shots if you wish, but if you wish to take the 2 others, it would be a cumulative -2, so...
Oh, I see, yeah. I'm gonna take the next shots.
Cool, so if you give me another 2 shooting check. Okay, not a problem, that's a hit. And another one. Brilliant, so that's 2 more hits as you're sort of just firing out 3 shots into this thing. And could you give me the damage of those 2? So just 2 damage rolls. Unfortunately, that doesn't do much, but that one also doesn't, unfortunately. Sorry to say.
We assume that when the interrogation was happening, Roger was trying to fake hold Gus back, and then when Gus ran over, Roger was pulled along.
Yeah, so you're pulled along and all of you can see this happening, and you can see, especially as sort of Gus starts firing, you immediately see them sort of lining up the sky car and then the sort of slowly closing window that this guy is just suffering with right now.
So are we all at mid-range? Yeah.
You're all at mid-range, yeah. It's just outside the window. The office is actually quite slim. So you can see the car, now that obviously Gus has drawn attention to it and is firing away. But the shot is quite difficult, given that, of course, there's sort of only the open window, and you can just see an arm, some armor, and a part of his face. And actually, Lysander, could you give me a quick notice check, please, as well?
Sure.
On attack. Alright.
Mm.
Jesus, so your sharp eyes lock in on this person who's in this kind of car as they're pulling away, and you immediately see the colours of Cerberus.
Mm. Okay, well, do you want to break out the matter? Because this guy, this air car trying to retreat, or is
It
it
is.
staying
It's trying to
put?
get away. Like, it's trying to make its way away. It seems that it just came to eliminate that Quarian because they were saying too much. It seems they sent a Quarian in to go and get this Datapad that they want because they believe it's there. It's a big play.
Do any of us have anything like heavier than small arms? Like what's Jenkins got?
I've got an assault rifle.
Okay, could I fire at like the engines of this air car?
Yeah, you certainly can. Which gun are you using for that? As you sort of whip one out.
I'll use the Matic. The where's it? It's a rate of fire 3, damage
Nice.
1d8 plus 1.
Brilliant. So yeah, you pull out your Matic and go for how many shots?
So how does this work again?
Okay, so basically, yeah, I'll handle the numbers behind the scenes luckily for you, but the idea is you would make 3 shots and they would get a penalty, basically, based on sort of the cover they have and the range you're shooting at, as well as obviously taking the multiple shots. But as long as you're using your action to go full auto, you're fine. Everything's at -2, basically, just across the board. So it's just...
Okay, so do I do
3 shooting checks.
Shooting check 3 times? Yeah.
Ooh. Oh. Alright, Lysander. So your first shot as you fire it off just kind of pings off the side, but then you sort of take a breath, focus in, and just go with 2 other quick shots towards the engine, and your shot is perfect. You seem to get it just in between a little hole. You almost find its weakness. You find sort of the porthole like the Death Star had in the ship, and you just sort of fire 2 bullets straight there. And your 2 shots ring out. Could you give me damage checks, please? And both of those get a raise.
Yep.
Cool. And with your raise as well, could you give me an additional...
Oh, no.
Oh, what's up, sorry? Brilliant. So, yeah, you're 9 damage. We'll do it. As both of your shots ring out, both of them hit, and as you sort of fire off both of the shots, the first one strikes the side of it, pings inside, and almost seems to take the thing out as you see its engine sort of splutter on the back. And that second shot, you get it straight inside of exactly where you're aiming, and the shot just rings out. And you just see it fly straight inside of the back engine, and it jams itself in deep, and the entire back end of this thing just blows up immediately, and the sky car begins to spin around as one of its thrusters is still going, and it just starts to plummet down towards the office. And as it sort of hits the side of the building, it just slides in and takes out other desks nearby, and at that point... I'm going to have to ask you all to... we'll not use cards today, so if you could all just roll me your agility, please.
Sorry, was that all of us?
All of you.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Alright, Lysander, definitely you're going quick. Okay, cool. So
Lysander's a ninja.
So just to kind of give you an idea, you're going to go Lysander first, and then immediately after that is going to be the enemies, and then you're going to have Roger and Gus going at the same time, just to give you an idea. And Uranus, Uranus, you're going to do well as well. You're going to be going at the same time as Gusk. Yeah, cool. I know what's happening, don't worry, I'll call it the turns.
Robbie here doesn't have his sheet yet, so he didn't get to roll.
Yes, I can't get on that.
Sure, I mean, Robbie is like a ninja. He's got like D10 agility, so he's like ridiculously good.
Well, while the whole kerfuffle with the shots and trying to kill other people was happening, Aaron was like he ran to the down the quarry and he was trying to patch the hole in the helmet with his own hand, like.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I didn't want to interrupt the flow of
No,
combat.
no, that's all cool.
Glad someone's worried about the witness.
Yeah, definitely. And Robbie, can you access your sheet, or do you want me to just roll an agility for you?
Yeah, I still can't get on the sheet on...
That is strange. You might want to try quickly reboot and roll 20, that might help you. But it should definitely be there
sure.
under character sheet tab on Robbie. But you did get an 8, so it's going Lysander, then you, then the rest, so... Lysander, this skycar sort of smashes into the side of this building, taking out windows along with it, and bits of the floor kind of spewing all over the place, and the door sort of opens, and you can see a Cerberus operative having scratched off a lot of the symbols, but in the same colours as you know, holding a rifle in his hand, and the driver next to him sort of turning around and looking before drawing out his sidearm, and the two of them get ready to fight, and then you immediately are ready to go. So what do you want to do?
So how far away from these guys am I? Am I like immediately outside this car?
Yeah, so you're pretty much around just a short distance away from us, around 10 foot. You're not far away from this car at all.
Okay, can I have a go at the Talon shotgun pistol thing that I've got?
Hell yeah, so you quick draw it out and get ready to go.
Okay, so hang on a second. This has 3 shots as well.
Yep, so you could easily...
one shot. Rate of fire 1.
Yeah, so you could just go one shot on that one.
Okay, I'll do shooting.
Alright, so... unfortunately on a 3 that would miss.
Oh dear.
If you want to give me a... You could Benny it if you want.
That'd be my last Benny, right?
That'd be your last Benny.
I feel like my guy is kind of in mortal danger here, so maybe I should use the Benny.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll re-roll.
Okay, and looking at a 5 there, that is a hit. He's out in the open, he's exposed, and your sort of shotgun pistol that you've got is very much in range to do some damage as you fire off a shot and hit.
Okay, I'll hit the damage button.
Unfortunately, however, as you sort of fire in, it doesn't seem to do too much as you shoot off. It hits them in the side, but just wings them. However, given that they've already taken damage, they are sort of holding their head now and seem to be sort of dazed by the amount of shots you've shot at them. So, moving on, then we will go to Robbie. So, Robbie, what do you want to do? There's sort of these 2 guys in this sky car. You're around 10 foot away from them. You can see Lysander just laying into them with shots. You saw him fire 3 quick shots off. The car came crashing in. He's drawn out his pistol and he's sort of walked forward and shot another shot at them, which seems to have just winged off the side of the car itself.
Righto. So Aaron Uranus is already on the ground at this point. He said he dived. Yeah. So I want to quickly dive onto the ground next to him, preferably with his body in between me and the.
In the assailants,
You
yeah.
cheeky bastard.
So you
And then
dive.
pull out my gun and then shoot at the assailants.
Alright, cool. So you aim up for the first Cerberus dude and fire off. Could you give me a shooting check, please?
You're using me as cover!
Does Uranus need to give us a sandbag roll?
And are you able to make that check? Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's
Alright, yeah, so that you hit with a raise on that one, so you'll get an extra d6 damage on top of your gun. So if it asks you about a raise, just add that bonus damage there.
an extra d6, sure.
Yeah, I think it ordinarily rolls it with the gun, but we'll check.
There we go.
Cool. And can I get the damage of your gun as well?
What's the damage of an assault
The
rifle?
damage of your assault rifle is 2d8 plus 1, so if you roll me 2d8 plus 1. Jesus Christ.
I've done that wrong. Hang on. No,
All right.
I've done that wrong. That's 2, 3, d18.
It's alright,
apparently.
we'll take. Yeah, re-roll that, please.
There we go. So it's that
Brilliant,
plus
so
one,
that's a 6 plus a 4, so that's a lot of damage. So you aim up, and as you sort of aim up and take your shot, you take him straight in the head as the operative, who's currently sort of shaken and is like holding his head slightly. You just hear another shot ring out, and then it takes him in the side of the head, and you just see sort of blood splatter on the other side, covering the pilot of the car, as he just sort of goes, ah, and screams out as he's painted by the brains of his compatriot there. And about that time, they will go, as the lead one seems to turn around and sort of start yelling as he just shoots out towards the biggest thing he can see, which is the Krogan. And and
Which
sort of,
that's me, right?
which is you, Gusk. And he holds it out, goes for a shot, and gets a hit. However, his damage doesn't quite meet your armor, given your insane armor, Gusk. And he fires out a couple of shots at you, and both of them just ping and ping off again. Just nothing to you. He starts kind of screaming even more. Now out of fear. And about that time, it is your turn, Gusk.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot back at him.
Alright, give it a go.
This is using my shotgun.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah!
And give me the shotgun damage, please.
Okay, I may as well just go 3 shots in a row, yeah?
Yeah, you might as well.
Might as well. So I gotta do another shooting check for that, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly check something out as well. As it's sort of being a bit weird with the damage on the new sheet, which is a bit strange. Because it says 3d4, so that's a bit strange. If you could just roll me 3d6s, please, for your damage. So that's /r space 3d6 in the chat. Thank you, that's much better. Apparently it's not rolling damage correct, which is kind of a shame. So, okay, yeah, on that damage, Gusk, how do you want to take this guy out as you sort of walk forward, bring out your shotgun, and just...
I want to put the shotgun like as close to his face as I can possibly get it.
All right. So you kind of charge forward fearlessly. These 2 shots pinging out and just going tung tung. And as you get your way straight towards them, you place your gun on top of the sloppy remains of his friend, and just. And the entire top half of this individual just paints the other side of the sky car.
'Cause I'm the best!
And about that time, you see members of CSEC running up, and as you're all out of combat now, everything kind of goes back to normal, and everything's not as in slow motion for you all, and you see these CSEC members run up with their guns and just kind of look around at what's going on. Alright, someone needs to explain what's going on here. Put your guns away.
He shot at us.
Yeah, Gusk here was preparing the witnesses for questioning. Did a bang-up job of it.
Could you?
I was going to stun batten one of those guys so we could ask him questions, but Gusk eviscerated him, so...
I mean, you could do it now. It'd just be kind of pointless.
You didn't tell me that you wanted his guts inside his body.
They kind of look around, and just one of them sort of speaks to one of the other ones quietly, and they go over to the terminal and begin to push it through things, and sort of a little screen pops up and starts to show the surveillance, as the others kind of still have their guns out and are just looking at you all very sort of warily, given they've got a Krogan and, of course, yourself, Captain Lysander, with all your good guns out in the middle of this.
Yeah, I'm not putting away my gun yet.
No. And about that time, yes, Aaron, could you please give me a healing check or a medicine check, please? So if you give me a healing check, Niranus, and this is sort of what's been going on the entire time this has been going, as, of course, you've been trying to sort of stop. Alright, cool.
Is that enough?
Would you like to Benny that?
Benny.
I'll put it this way, I'll give you and everybody else the information of a 4 is a base success, usually, unless it's something more difficult.
You know, I think I actually want to Benny and the Jets this.
Go ahead. 7, nice. You actually manage to seal it up. You find some duct tape from nearby, and you just duct tape up the bottom of this Quarian's mask, and it forms a very strange looking barrier, but he starts to breathe a bit, and just kind of goes, oh, thank you. That was terrifying. What is happening?
Isn't duct tape normal Quarian engineering, though?
This is some serious duct tape. It's like pressure sealed duct tape.
It is. This is like insane duct tape. This is like sci-fi duct tape. You know, that's why.
You guys would be impressed by what
nanotechnology.
I love how this
I've
is
seen
just lying around
silver
the
tape
accounting
hold up
department.
some rockets.
Yeah, this is like, nanomachine sun in this,
I assume this is part of like the stationery that Gusk was stealing as we were going down the hallway.
Yeah.
Using a combination of like hole punches and paper clips and stuff, we've rebuilt this quarry in town.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
And yeah.
The rules of MacGyver transcend all sorts of.
They do, yeah, definitely. Like, he's probably going to have hundreds of infections, but not thousands and not dead. So that's what counts.
I mean, it could have been worse. At least I have the same kind of amino acids and proteins as him.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Still, Uranus, well done. You've saved this man's life, and he kind of looks up at you and just kind of goes, "Thank you. He thought I was dead for sure." About that time, the CSEC officers press another button.
I did save you, but I can't guarantee you won't be dead for sure. And like, I kind of point towards my big Krogan.
Yeah. And as you point towards your Krogan, sort of, they all turn around, and CSEC sort of look over, and they look at one of the guards that was meant to be on the door, your friend, good old Emilius, and he sort of looks around and goes, "Sir, they're trustworthy. I let them in. This is Aaron Uranus, and the rest are all his, part of his crew. They're good people." And as he sort of closes down the video, he looks over and nods. "Well, it seems that they all pass, at least in regard to this. I could see that it wasn't your fault. A shot rang out, you did what you had to do. I'd usually say to leave it to us, but in this case, I'll let it pass. You did good."
This is Emilius, right?
No, this was his boss. Emilius is the one who sort of spoke to them to kind of get you out of shit. He's like, no, they're good people.
So I'm actually going like to look at Emilius and do like that one very famous gif. It's like starts to nod and like smile broadly.
And as you did.
So, do we need to search these Cerberus bodies or anything?
Would you like to?
Seems like a wise move, right?
Alright, so you're going to ask
With
him,
the
you're just
police
going to go
right
over and just get
beside
searching.
Let's loot the corpses while the police is watching.
Oh yeah, the police are standing in front of us.
I see that
Well-
Lysander's doing it, and I follow his lead.
You are nearby. If you want to try and see if you can sneakily sort of do it, you can try and stealthily pick something off them if you want.
Okay, I'm not sneaky. Who's sneaky?
I see that Lysander's
sneaky.
trying to do it sneakily, and then I do it really obviously.
Alright, Lysander, you will actually get cover because Robbie is trying to do it very obviously, so he actually in some way helps you. And could you please just give me a, we'll just say a very quick agility check rather than stealthy. On a 5. Yeah, so, Robbie, how do you sort of try and make it super obvious? Like, how do you do this?
I just see that he's like sneakily going for one body, and then I just lunge over and then grab a different one and flip him over and start checking all his pockets in like,
Alright.
the least subtle way possible.
So as you do that, one of the CSEC officers sort of turns around and goes, "Hey, stop that. You're not meant to be searching the bodies. We'll deal with that." Meanwhile, Lysander, you've managed to slip your hand in. You pull what seems to be a sort of mini datapad off of one of them and check it away. It seems to be encrypted, but you know the encryption.
Oh, I
You
know
read
it,
them
but
before.
the rest of my hapless party members don't know it.
Nope.
Okay, can I read this in private, or do I have to wait, or?
Yeah, I mean, at the minute, there's a lot of sort of CSEC members around you. There's not much privacy to be had, but if you move away, you could probably find somewhere to look at it sort of slowly.
Okay, let's. I'll put it away for now, and we'll all kind of move off a bit.
Okay. And yeah, CSEC...
Well, since CSEC has been like, well, you guys did a good job, we're not going to worry about it, I'm going to put my shotgun away.
Good. And as you do, you see the other one that Aaron knows. Good old Emilius is sort of like buying you a ticket out of here, it seems. And, thanks to your lovely discussion earlier. And he kind of comes over to you all as the rest of them sort of start to mill around the scene. They get searching the car, they get scoping out the entire area. They're very thorough, it seems. And the Quarian gentleman is sort of lifted up, and you see a couple of them questioning him quite a lot. But meanwhile, you step to the side, Lysander, and you get to look at this. And again, the encryption and the passwords are there, but you know your way around it. You worked with Cerberus for years, and for better or worse, you know their ways. And as you get your way into the pad, you see a few different headings, but one catches your eye in particular, which speaks. It simply says mission orders.
Okay.
And as you go in, you see that it details the need to restore and recover a datapad that was lost after they call it the Shepherd incident. It said that it holds important information which cannot be placed on this datapad, but it is crucial that Cerberus and the elusive man gain this information, that it is for the betterment of mankind as a whole, and that this is given the highest of priority of all tasks right now that they all have. It also states the name of the gentleman that you have currently saved on the floor. And the Quarian's name is Nirjanis Vasaka, which I will write down. It says that go on, sir.
Are we to assume that this datapad is the same datapad that we were paid to go and get?
It seems that this one that you've got is not the one, but it speaks of it.
Okay.
It speaks of the same one that you're looking for. The logging number on it is the exact same as the one you were given by the lady who hired you. In other words, they're looking for the exact same thing, and Cerberus is giving every bit of their resources towards finding this, it seems. And this team were to escort this gentleman to go and find this pad down in the archives. It's said that they believe it's filed there.
Well, our Quarian friend was on the way out, right?
He was on the way towards the deeper parts of the archive. In other words, it seems, now at least Captain Lysander, you can put this together because it says the bloody thing. You know that they were essentially watching this individual, making them go into the vaults, making them find this pad and bring it back to them. And you also find a few other details on there about this Quarian, that they were a captive of Cerberus and have been for years, and they've actually been put through some pretty strange tests.
Okay. It's just this guy's now been taken away by CSEC, right?
He's being questioned, but not taken away.
Is it worth... Is this guy got anything else useful to say, or should we just go on to the next part of the archives, or what?
Up to you on that. But I will give you one other thing as well. Could you give me a quick smarts check?
Yep.
Wow, okay.
I guess all Lysander needed to wake up was a gunfire.
Yeah.
Seems it.
It's the PTSD talking.
We should just set that as his wake-up alarm. Just go into his room and then fire a gun up into the air several times.
I could do with that.
Okay. As you look through this, there's a certain part you get to when you look at who commanded this order and who's overseeing this entire operation. And you see a name that you heard hundreds of times back when you were in Cerberus, back when they were doing what they did to you. Back when they were going to do those horrific tests on you. And you see the name.
Okay.
Xavier Whitman.
Okay, so what does Lysander actually know about this person, or is it just
Xavier
a name
Whitman,
he's heard a lot?
With your 7. He was one of the members of Cerberus, a very, very esteemed military member before that in the Alliance. And he'd served many years. And he is an expert in his craft, which is mainly in the finding of people and the killing of people. He was raised to a high rank in Cerberus and was in charge of the security on the research division that you were captured by, so to speak, that you were hired by, willingly and all that, to have the tests placed upon you that they were wishing to do. And Xavier Whitman was the man in charge of keeping the people in and also of finding any that left. This man is the one that has likely been hunting you since you defected.
No.
And he is a fucking terrifying man.
Alright, fair enough. That doesn't sound great.
No. He's got a nickname of the Butcher.
Fair enough. Are we,
Sounds friendly.
are we going to ask this, I suppose I should ask this Quarian what he knows about this project then, if he was involved.
Cool. And we'll get back to you, Lysander. What have the rest of you been doing whilst Lysander's been sort of leafing through this thing that's basically slowly adding more anxiety to this entire situation for the poor man?
I'm having a staring contest with one of the CSEC officers.
They're
Trying to
staring back
intimidate him.
awkwardly. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Can I have slinked over to the crashed air car?
Yeah,
Or
you certainly
is,
can. You kind of float on over.
Yeah, can I like do an investigation, like check it out for clues as you would?
Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation. Okay, you look over. It was a rainy day in the Citadel when you first walked in here. You floated on up those stairs and you knew something wasn't right.
I smelled it on the air. I mean, this one smelled it on the air.
This one smelled it on the air as he floated on by, and that was the time that it smashed through the wall. Perhaps it was some sort of clue, perhaps it wasn't, but you know, this car has a lot to speak for. And as you float on by, you see the remains of the two crooks that charged in here so rudely, that smashed in through the side of this place. And as you look over them, yeah, they're dead. They're very dead. Seems they were killed by some sort of guns. One of them took a shot to the face, died. Another one has a quarter of their body missing. Yeah, these two crooks got taken out real good.
I'm certainly glad we have these insights.
And as you look around, you see in black and white, in your imagination, because you don't have eyes, you see what looks to be some sort of strange robotic arm on the left hand of one of the gentlemen's.
Okay. So how does this work? Can I investigate further or steal it?
Sure, if you want to investigate the arm further, you can sort of say what you want to investigate deeper. In other words,
Well, actually, I'm interested in the car. I want to know where it was going. Is there like a, nav computer or Google Maps that says where they're heading?
yeah, you open Google Maps, the well-known navigation system in the Mass Effect universe.
It could still exist. We don't know.
Yeah, no. You open Elcor Explore as you sort of look around on it, and you press a few buttons, and a voice comes through saying, "Do you want to go towards the meeting location? Directive."
Yes.
Are you saying that all sat-navs are Elcor? Because that's genius.
Yes. All sat-navs are Elcor in this version of the universe.
Yes. Yes, this one does.
It needs to travel towards the ship. Then it needs to fly towards Omega. Informative.
Okay, Hanar Explorer. Can you transfer all this information to this one's datapad?
This one's datapad may have the information and coordinates. Who does this one work for? Questioning.
You. Do I work for Google Maps or for Elcor Explorer? Sorry, the program's asking me who I'm working for?
Yes.
Okay,
And it seems to think you're its passengers, just to say.
So, just so I'm caught up, Roger is now Australian and works for Google Maps. This is all correct information.
Elcor Explorer.
Don't think that's relevant, mate. Just the information, please.
Apologies. I cannot transfer the data without knowing your employer. Saddened.
Have I seen the Cerberus logo, and do I recognize it, or?
They seem to not be wearing any logos, but they're wearing a certain armor.
Okay, because didn't
You can give me a quick
Lysander
investigation check again if you wish,
Sure.
given that you are,
okay.
of course, you've looked at many moiders before. Yeah, you recognize the colours, and you've sort of got an inkling they might be some sort of human group and some sort of radical group.
This one works for Human Group.
Human group is not correct. Saddened.
Shit. I guess I gotta go back over to the group then, maybe swap some info.
And it's about that time that Captain Lysander's finished reading, and of course, Robbie, what were you doing this time?
I was looking at Roger's hat and wondering why he's now speaking an Australian accent if his fedora doesn't have little Australian tassels on it.
Comes and goes like the tides there, mate!
I could also do something useful. Can I investigate the body?
Yeah, of course you can. What do you want to try and look for?
Top half of it.
Like, just in general, not anything specific. You're looking for, like, possessions? Are you looking for sort of...
Yeah, possessions. I like those
Right.
pockets and wallet and ID and stuff.
Okay.
I don't think my character's very much cut out for stuff like this.
It's fair. Could you give me an investigation check, please?
I can. What's since my character's not working, what is an unskilled check?
So it is a D4 minus 2. And obviously you also add a D6 on top of that for your wild die. Or actually, I can just roll you unskilled if you wish.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry, I'll just see if it's still got an unskilled button. It does. There we go. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, you don't find much, but you do find one protein bar.
Sorry, what? I think your voice went out there.
You find one protein bar.
Oh, I absolutely take that. I'm going to put that in my pocket for later.
You stick it in your pocket.
It's a protein brick.
Yeah, backgrown.
But yeah, you find that, but unfortunately nothing else, Robbie, I'm sorry to say.
Can I, address the group real quick?
Yeah. About this time, Lysander's finished, Gusk finished the staring contest, Robbie, you finished sort of
And
trying
won.
to loot things, and Captain Lysander has read everything. And Roger, you've of course finished your investigation.
Or maybe this one's only just begun. Oi, mates. Car over there is asking some good questions. This one asked some good questions back, but it still bested me. Any idea who these folks might work for? Carl wants to know.
I
How does a
suspect
car
some
want
kind
to
of
know?
protein brick company or protein bar company is the information that I managed to gather.
So, I mean, it's not really against Lysander's interests to tell everybody who these are, because it'll probably help find out more about them. But then again, does Elcor Explore recognize secret human paramilitary groups in its database?
I do.
It's probably been hacked.
Yeah, it's probably been very hacked. Like,
Okay, at the risk of embarrassing himself, Lysander's going to tell Elcor Explore that there were Cerberus.
yeah, you sort of lead in and go, oh, Cerberus.
What was that there, mate? Didn't quite catch it.
Accepted. Super secret human society group. Accepted. Accepting,
exactly what this one
it
said.
says a bit confused
Oh, fair.
afterwards. And you hear doop, and it uploads all of the directions to you, Roger, despite you see Lysander sort of whisper something but don't hear it. And all of a sudden, all of the data just dings onto your pad, and you hear a voice coming from your own datapad as it goes, "You need to take a left turn and walk out of the office. Directional.
Sorry.
Informative."
Sorry, mates. This looks like a dead end. Thought there might have been something here, but no clues whatsoever.
CSEC sort of look over to you, and the one who seems to be in charge walks over, has removed his helmet by this point, and looks to be a bit grizzled. A couple of bits of his mandibles sort of chipped away from many years of war, no doubt. And he looks around at you all. A couple of humans he looks at a little bit more distrusting, but he turns to you, Aaron. Your friends vouched for you, and we at least believe that he's telling the truth. Could you get these humans and this Krogan and Hanar out of here and clear the scene? You did good, all of you, but there's a lot of paperwork to be done.
As soon as he says that, like, Aaron's eyes start to glisten a little bit.
Just anime glasses moment with like the sheen. Oh, you muted there, mate.
No, I wish I could get my light set up to do the swing, but I can't. Oh, Alice. Did you say paperwork?
I did. We'll do it. Anyway, get going. Everything's... You haven't found anything, have you? He says as he looks at the rest of you. Anything you've found would help us. We need to identify the cause of this.
No, we haven't found anything. We haven't found anything.
So is the group all at once just turn and go, no, it's fine. You see him just sort of go, it's one at a time. Fine. If you haven't found anything, just get going. Is there anything else you needed here?
Didn't we need to check the terminal?
Yeah, we actually did.
All
Oh,
right.
I totally forgot why we were here. Let's do that.
All right. Well, go and do what you need. He sort of looks. Emilius, show him to where they need to go, and then escort them out. Yes, sir. He says, and sort of walks over and looks at you in particular, Aaron, and sort of nods at you. Well, Alice,
I'm not back at him, knowing not at all who he is, but whatever.
Whoever made those shots, they were rather impressive. He sort of coughs and then gets going. So you go to the computer terminal, and Aaron, do you search for the pad?
I do search,
Cool.
and oh my god, I am itching to do this. Can I use my knowledge bureaucracy skill?
You can use your knowledge bureaucracy skill.
Yes! Why? Okay, it worked.
All right, and on a 5, you kind of stand back. You take a breath in, out. You flex your talony fingers, and you get to tapping away. And sort of you tap furiously on these keys like a man who's known keys all of his life. And eventually you unlock each stage of the process, the 7 passwords, the different ones, the fingerprint. You get through every stage, and you finally make it to the archives and the datapad list, and you click through, and you find the number you were looking for. And it says, missing.
What? He's actually going to scream, what?
CSEC members all turn around, draw their guns, and look around like they're trying to find somebody who's trying to shoot in this scene or something.
So, isn't this missing because we just picked it up? Like, this is the same thing that we just got from the shuttle.
You do not have the data. The shuttle one is a separate pad, like I said before. It lists that they're after the pad that you were looking for that was in the archives. In other words, the one that he was carrying just had his orders.
And it also has directions somewhere.
Directions to a meeting location, a drop-off location possibly, or something. You're unsure what it is. It's just they had directions to somewhere in their sat-nav on Omega.
Okay, so do we have any reason to stay here, or should we just go and follow those directions?
You could possibly check where it was meant to be held for more clues, or you could just go towards that meeting location. Completely your idea on that one.
There's no time associated with this meeting location. It's just a location.
It seems to be a location, but there does seem to be some mention as sort of Robbie, you peek over the data that Roger's got somehow and spot a few things. There is a mention of a beacon being activated. There is also a code for you to do that on the pad itself that he's got, and it does state that you just need to press this in to essentially send the signal out and as long as it rings off that beacon, they'll be notified that they need a meeting. It's a weird one. It's going to like a third party to then route to another one. It's very suspicious.
So I reckon we should go to this location, right? And
Okay.
have a mosey. What's up?
Well, is there like, how do we know that the pad is missing? Is there like a record of who took it?
Oh, I haven't told anybody that, have I?
No.
Okay, in the interest of avoiding confusion, I will just show everybody that I have this direction thing, because it's probably don't really stand to gain much by keeping that secret.
Yeah, exactly. So you show them the pad, you show the orders, you show them sort of these directions on Roger's pad as well, and it seems you've got an idea of the mission they were on, which is to find this pad. It seems to be missing from the archives, from what Naranus has just found out, and Roger has access to a meeting or drop-off location, which seems a bit strange. Aaron, could you give me a quick general smarts check, please? Something jogs your memory. If it's missing, and if it's not where it's supposed to be, there would be cameras that would see that.
I think we lost Alasdair again.
Oh, damn it. Welcome to the messed up UI. An abstract experience. But yeah, as I said, you know that there should be cameras down in the archives that should have spotted whoever took this, maybe?
Okay, so I'll turn towards the rest of the party and I'm going to say, okay guys, so I think we know who took this. Mr. Quarian guy, but we actually can confirm it. We can access the security cameras. I think I still can access them.
Okay. And that's what you've all heard is you know, they can still access this.
All right, so just to recap here real quick.
Sure.
The file that's missing, is that the thing the Quarian took, or is that the thing the Quarian was looking for?
So the Quarian was looking for this datapad, this bigger datapad that is the special, we'll call it special datapad from now on. So the special datapad, the one that Cerberus is looking for, he was sent to get that from the deeper archives, which is what you found on this computer that Aaron's looking through, the console. And it seems to be he was looking for the same information and found it. But it seems that essentially somebody has nicked it.
And
Aaron is saying,
Quarian to it.
yeah, someone beat the Quarian to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it seems that Aaron is saying we may have access to some cameras or something to see who took it, maybe?
Alrighty, mates. Well, this seems pretty straightforward. Let's look at the video footage. Bar cracking.
Okay, so do I remember where this place is?
Yeah, so you kind of can tap through on that if you want to give me a heavy bureaucracy roll. I know it's an action-packed roll for you, Gab, but, you know.
Okay, let's do this.
Jesus Christ, alright.
Oh.
The power of bureaucracy!
Yeah, you remember like 70 rules at once from your workbook, and you get around all of them immediately, and you remember that once you didn't take a 15-minute break you were meant to, and that annoys you, but you push that away from your mind and get back to actually sorting out the cameras. And as you get through, you find the cameras you need and you ping them on, and it's a bit blurry, but those who are watching, could you give me a notice check?
Are we all watching?
It's up to you.
Do I qualify as watching?
Yeah, of course you do. You are watching. Unless you
I mean,
immediately, unless Naranus, you kind of go, I'm in, and turn away dramatically from the camera.
Tempted, but no, I'm going to watch it.
Alright, cool.
How did I roll better?
The one person who can't see it is the person sitting in front of it, and Gusk 100 yards away to see everything that's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Alasdair's
Hey, welcome back, Alasdair. If you could make me a
Hey.
quick notice check, mate, that'd be brilliant.
I think I'm unskilled on notice. So
Wow.
That's just RD4 -4, right? Oh, -2.
No, you do have notice. It's a D4.
Oh, okay.
Jenkins not having notice would explain a lot.
But yes, that'd be a D4, and you also roll a D6, basically. Cool, so a 2, or if you could roll me a D6. A 2 or
There
a
you
1.
go.
Okay. Yeah, Robbie, you're sort of staring at the screen, and it's fuzzy, and you're just like, why is it so fuzzy? Why didn't they get better cameras? And as you're sort of seeing this, and also kind of thinking, wait, I survived. I survived a fight. You're elated that you're alive right now, Jenkins, in some manners, and that's sort of distracting you as you're just like, hell yeah, I'm alive. And meanwhile, Aaron, you're watching it, and oh my god, why didn't they upgrade the cameras? You knew this one was on the fritz for months now, and you've been filing papers to get them to repair it, and your mind is sort of rolling through the numbers, and it's like that sort of that meme where there's like all the math in front of your face just rolling past. That's what's happening to you right now, but it's all just rules of bureaucracy. And meanwhile, Lysander and Gusk, the two of you notice a figure. And this figure seems to be sneaking through the area. And you see them sort of look around before sliding a hand up and taking the pad, looking over to it, and then looking at the camera. And they press something on their Omni tool, and the camera seems to just fizzle out.
Okay, can we identify the species of this mystery person?
And the form looks a bit strange to you, Lysander, with your 5 is just sort of like, this a bit, what are they? Meanwhile, Gus, oh, you've seen one of these before, that's a Drell. You can sort of see the almost reptilian, fish-like face that they have.
It's one of those lettuce heads.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Lettuce heads.
Really? Just really?
That's Lysander's job. Don't go stealing the racist jokes.
Yeah, there's a
There's a
freebie
horrible
for you.
alien. Alright, so, yeah, you sort of... you say that, and, doesn't mean much to you, Lysander. But you know what it is, Gus.
Krogan look more like lettuce than Drell.
Armed with this new information that you have had a lettuce head thief take the datapad away.
Okay.
Well done.
What else can we really ascertain from this? Because we don't know where they went. Like, shouldn't we just... don't we need to go to the deeper archive anyway?
Up to you if you want to go and explore further, but you know that a Drell came in and took that, which is a bit strange.
This one thinks we should question those Tyrian guards, see if they saw Drell leave.
I forgot about
That's
those guys.
a good
Yeah,
idea.
Let's do
That's
that.
a good idea.
Okay, no problem. So the guard that's kind of with you is just kind of stood there a bit awkwardly as he's been sort of watching you just do this stuff. So like, oh, are you done? I didn't want to look over your shoulders or anything. You said a Drell,
That's a good instinct
right?
for a cop. Keep that.
Yeah. I don't think that's true. Anyway, you said a Drell. There's not been many of those passed through here recently. Of course, there's been the one that came with Shepard, but they left. I haven't seen them since for a bit. But there was another one that passed through. Strange one, a bit fidgety.
Did you see where this one was going? Or that one was going?
I believe, yeah, actually, I think I do. What was their name? He seems to think for a moment. I think it was Kesno. Yeah, Kesno, that rings a bell. Kesno Rice, he says, and sort of rubs his head a bit.
Look, this one has been drinking. Is that a place or
Roger
a name?
Collins,
or,
could you give me a very quick smiles check, please, as you hear that name?
Always.
Your gut tenses. Your gut inside of your jellyfish body tenses hard.
It's just a fluid sac. That's it.
Your fluid sac tenses.
Oh yeah, the fluid sac is really tense right now.
And as you
Don't
sort
throw
of-
up on this policeman.
And as you think about it, you know that name. You know that name well, Roger. Back when you were on Omega, back when you were in heavy, heavy debt and still are, you'd heard this name spoken in certain circles. This very interesting individual. They are a sort of man who is meant to do quiet, dirty work for a particular Asari that you're incredibly afraid of, that runs most of Omega.
So you said quiet, dirty work?
Quiet, dirty work.
Why, mates, I think we're looking for a janitor at a library.
Really?
Wait, no. This one thought about a bit further. Oh, I think I recognize the name. Can't quite place it at the moment, but I think it's the cloud of liquor. Clears up a bit. We got a lead here, fellas.
You know that they worked for Arya Talok.
I just remembered they worked for Arya Talok.
It's Talok, right?
Talok, yeah.
Oh, I try not to learn names.
It's all right. Your
Makes the
pronunciation's
investigating
off.
difficult.
Is it Talok or not Talok? That's the question.
Oh god, don't try that on Omega.
It's Loki drones.
Well, the point is, this one thinks that one's the one that this one and these ones need to see. That's as
Sounds
clear
right.
as this one can make it.
Do you only say that one if it's another Hannah?
Mate, I'm going to be honest with you. This one is pretty drunk, and that explains every slip of character and losing accent.
Can Hadal get drunk if they don't have a digestive system and it's just a fluid sac?
I'll let you in on something, Captain. This one is the liquor.
That's very good to know, this one. I think we should do what this one says and go check out this person.
This one thing is driving me mad, so let's just go. Let's just go.
Mm-hmm. So,
All right.
Roger, one thing to mention if you're going back to Omega, the debt collectors that are after you will very much be keen to have a nice word with you. On top of that, you also know that Arya herself is not in the best of minds with you. You sort of ran away with around 1,000 credits of theirs that you never paid back.
Hey,
1,000
gang.
credits. Isn't that like a newspaper?
It is,
Does a lot Arya Talok care about 1,000 credits?
but with interest.
We've got more than that, don't we? Don't we have
You
like
have.
9,000 credits?
With
You
interest,
do.
So does everyone know this now, or should I keep it to myself? Or like, can I keep it
You
to
know
myself?
that. I have no. You can tell people if you want them to know about
Yeah.
one of your many debts, but you don't think you're in too much debt. But you do remember not meeting the date and running away on a ship.
I can,
Alright.
I can see it in
Jerry,
this one's
mate.
eyes.
This one, doesn't want to cause a fuzz, but if we're going back to Omega, bit of problem there. Don't remember how it happened. Probably not necessary to know, but you might owe some fines, some small fines, if you wouldn't mind covering me on that.
I mean, whatever I have is yours. This one, you won me all of that money, or all of us all that money, because I think we just have one shared bank account. So I'm pretty sure we can.
I'd love to know at what point Lysander agreed to that.
I just
Well, appreciate it, mate.
I just like the idea
Like
of
this
Robbie
one's
going
it. Basically a
behind.
parking ticket. Not a big deal, nothing to worry about. So glad we cleared that up.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, well, I don't think Roger's overdue library book is enough reason to not go to Omega, so let's
No.
just go back to the ship and see if they fix the end.
Okay. So you all begin to make your way back to the ship then. I'm guessing, and sort
Oh,
of.
wait.
Oh.
Should we give a tip to the Seasick guys about where the Cerberus drop-off was? Because then they can deal with Cerberus guys and we don't have to worry about it.
That is
I forgot
also in
about that.
Omega.
Oh, so the Google Maps location is on Omega.
Google Maps is on Omega.
Oh,
Elcor
Alright.
Explorer.
Cerberus really screwed themselves by putting their secret base on a public mapping app.
Yeah, I mean they've got a hack
Getting
version.
terrible Yelp reviews.
It's jailbroken.
Fun lore fact. In the beginning of the year, when Mass Effect 2 is set, there was like a huge scandal because the Cerberus, people discovered that Cerberus is sending encoded messages in actual public news broadcasts, and it's just hidden within the data. So it actually makes perfect sense in canon for them to hide
that's totally what I'm
data
basing it off of. I also read this. But yeah, no, they seem to have just got a hacked device. But yeah, they're encoding it in public data, so nobody will find it. But yeah, no, it's they seem to have given a drop-off location, but no details of exactly what that means. So it is down on Cerberus, though. Sorry, down on Cerberus. No, it's on Omega, along with everything else that's going on. Apparently, it seems that everything shifted from here to there, but at least your gut will tell you, Lysander, that. That amount of stuff going down on there is probably not a good thing. You're probably walking into some trouble.
All right, let's go see if our ship's been fixed, I guess.
All right. So you all make your way back to the ship, back to Shady Tom's chop shop that you've
Robbie,
been.
I'll race you.
You're on, Gusk. I take an agility check.
Yep. All right. So the two of you make me agility checks.
Wait,
please.
can I grab onto Gusk? I don't want to walk.
You certainly can.
Is that a modifier? Wait, who are you grabbing onto, Gusk or me?
Gusk. I don't think Gusk will notice.
No, I don't think he'll notice. Not with his strength. Cool. What we got? All right. So, Robbie, if you could make me an agility as well.
I think.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, your agility. I remember. I keep forgetting that you're lightning quick. All right, Robbie.
So I can quickly dive behind my friends to protect myself.
It worked today. So you all begin to sort of like sprint away, and Gusk, you're like, start to run. And the Elcor at the front desk looks around at you and just goes, please stop running, concerned, as you sprint by. And Robbie, you immediately just jump over a couple of desks and just run straight out the door, sprinting out like a blur, and make it straight to the first sky car that pulls up the moment you get there.
I slide over the bonnet of the sky car.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh, here we go again.
Make me another agility check, please.
Take your keys out of your pocket or scratch it.
Okay, luckily once more, you slide over and look down as you see the massive drop below you and the many sky cars sort of flying by. But you twist and just slide into the other seat, and you smoothly make the transition into the car again.
Excellent.
Every time this scene happens, I can't help but think, like, there's Running in the Night is playing in the background.
Basically, yeah.
How is it that the most treacherous thing we do is getting a taxi?
So far.
It works out fine every time. As far as I'm not concerned, it's one of the safest things I can do.
Are these sky cars like automated?
They are, yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get in now.
All right, you get in as well. And you sort of get in the back, blocking it off again. All right, so the three of you get in, and that kind of takes up the room once more as yours sets off, and Lysander and Aaron, another one pulls up for you.
Okay.
So after those two storm by, I'm like, I'm sorry, Larry. I can't control this, guys. We'll have a beer later. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Accepting.
I'm just gonna look at Gusk the entire taxi journey, knowing that I defeated him in mortal racing combat.
And I'm just gonna sit here fuming, glaring at you.
I assume Roger's still sitting on your head during all of this glaring.
I'm like behind the back seat, up against the back window. It's not ideal, but
You're flexible, you're just fluid.
Yeah, you're
true.
basically just a fluid dude.
I'm not going to taunt or anything though, because I've already been headbutted by a Krogan once, and that's more than enough for me.
I mean, yeah, I think that's something that you don't want to do twice in a lifetime. So you begin to make your way home, and as you do, you make it back to the chop shop, all of you arriving just about the same time again, just a couple of minutes difference, and you can see Shady Tom sort of stood outside as he's having a bit of a drink, and he looks over to you all. Oh, Well, welcome back. Did you find those tax files for me?
Oh no, I instantly forgot that you asked to do that, and also I don't care. So let's just go back to the ship.
Oh, all right then. He says, looking a bit teary-eyed. If that's the case, well, your ship's ready.
no.
I even gave it a full clean,
Including the shower there, mate.
including the shower. Yeah, we got one of the guys to go through with a toothbrush, like just like that. A little bit of soap.
Ah, Shady Tom, you're a hero.
You mean that?
There's no way this one can repay you, mate. But my buddy Jenkins will do it for me.
Thank you. That means a lot. I mean, that's amazing. Thank you. You made my day.
You know it's serious business. You got Jenkins' name right.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just call me Jenkins. Are you okay with this one?
This one's feeling much better. The air did him some good, or I'm remembering things I'd previously forgotten. It's a brand new day for this one.
And then he celebrates by getting shit-faced.
Yeah, is there a drink around? Sobriety doesn't agree with this one.
For you, my friend, I can get you a drink. Says Shady Tom as he goes and gets you some Hanar liquor. He
Much
gives
better.
it over to you. Gives you the little canister. You can just sort of
Right.
absorb into yourself.
Like this one said, Jared'll make everything right. By cracky, I'll be in the show.
Right.
I like the idea that Roger now just has like an aluminium can of Carlsberg floating around inside his body at all times.
It'll be Galahad, mate. It's not.
Yeah, it's Citadel brand Galahad.
Okay. So, and you all get in the ship, I'm guessing. So you make your way back into the ship. The door opens, you step in, it closes. There's a fixed Roomba on the floor, painted like a pizza that's sort of skittering along the floor very
Oh,
sharply.
no, there isn't. No, there isn't. I destroyed that.
Yes,
You
there
did,
is.
and it's been stuck back together with bits of tape.
Okay.
All right, I pull out my pistol and shoot it.
Good man.
Go ahead.
You fucking betrayed me, Alasdair.
Don't say a word, Gab. We're destroying the pizza Roomba.
Oopsie doopsie.
Can you give
Wow,
me a
even
d6?
with
How
On
did
a
you-
D12?
He's amazing at shooting.
Oh boy.
Alright, on a 3, you fire and you boom, it hits the floor next to it and doesn't destroy it.
Ha!
This is tragic. Can we throw it at Shady Bob or whatever his name is?
You can do whatever you like.
I think this Roomba is destined to live, Lysander.
I
tried my
disagree
best.
vehemently.
Do you want to take a shot, Lysa?
Can I just pick it up and put it out the ship and shut the door?
Yeah, you could easily do that. No rolls needed. You just pick it up, put it out the door, and shut the
Okay,
door.
good. I'm not putting this on chance. We're getting rid of this thing.
That's fair.
Get it out.
And you like consistently hear a bumping against the outside of the door.
Oh,
It
Okay,
wants
so
to be
leave.
part of our sojourn,
Oh
Lysander.
no! Don't! No, we're leaving.
All right, and you get ready, and you can continually hear the doo ding, doo ding, doo ding outside the door the entire time you're getting ready.
I take a break from singing opera and say, "Keep it down out there, mates."
Doo ding. And you get your ship ready, and Shady Tom sort of sees what you're doing. He opens everything up so that you can get out without roasting his entire shop, and he gets you ready to go. And you set off. Who's the pilot of you lot again? Was it Robbie?
oh God! I guess that's me. Okay.
Could you give me a piloting check, please, as you ignite your engines for the first time and get ready to take off?
What is your
This flight is
pilot?
about to get
Okay,
interesting.
I have piloting skill, but I think it's bare minimum. So is that just D4? Or
I
is it
believe. Let me check for you, Robbie.
I have
piloting.
D6 piloting.
Yeah, so
Do you?
your pilot has a D.
Whatever. I'm the
Your
pilot.
captain has a
It doesn't
D6.
matter
It's
that I'm
brilliant.
worse than Lysander.
Yeah,
I
so if you
will-
roll me
I
a
will do.
D4, please, and also a D6 on top of that for your wild dice.
There you go.
All right, so
Super.
on your 4, that's enough to pass. As you kind of look at the controls. There's some confusing stuff here. The ship seems to be quite a new model. newer than the last one you flew, and you kick it in, and you begin to set off. And initially, you're a bit shocked with how much just push this thing has.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can I add my boating skill to this check?
Fuck it, yeah, sure.
Oh, right, is that cool?
I mean, the principles of boating are the same in space.
Oh my god. Okay, so because you
sticks of
rolled,
oars out the airlock.
so because you rolled the maximum on your dice, you get to roll another one and add it on. So if you roll me another d4, Jenkins.
Nice.
He's really good at boating.
Alright, so that's a 5 on that. Brilliant.
Never mind.
So yeah, you're really good at boating, and with your boating and piloting combined, you at first begin to pull out, and as you sort of begin to shoot upwards and make your way towards the exit sort of terminal and tunnel that Shady Tom has above him, just for this very use that leads you into the main traffic area to get you out, you sort of begin to feel almost waves underneath you of air and weirdness, and you think back to your boating days, and you think back to fishing with your grandfather Leroy Jenkins, and he sort of was fishing with you one day and reeling some fish in, and he said, you know what, the best thing to do is just to go with the waves, Robbie. Just go with them. That's what you need to do, Robbie.
Raise the spinnaker.
Go with them.
I take his advice and I go with the waves of the vacuum of space.
And you do, yeah, you go with the waves of the vacuum of space as you ride it out and manage to sort of steer your ship into the correct place, as it seems that the actual steering of this thing seems a bit off, and it continually keeps bringing you a bit to the left and a bit to the right and a bit to the left and a bit to the right. But you make it, you stabilize it, and you make it out. And after
I threw up again real quick.
Yeah, in the distant sort of showers, you can just have. Question:
Okay.
Does he have to say this one before he vomits?
This one.
Only if I'm. I don't. Fuck this one.
Okay.
And
We
you
gotta
fly out
go
into
to mass
space.
relay. Can I improve my helmsman's piloting with my command ability?
You know what? Given it actually makes sense to be able to do that, whilst you are on the ship, I will allow you to use that specifically at that point to improve his ability by +2, I believe it is.
Okay, Jenkins, we're going to the relay.
Aye, aye, skipper. No, wait, I'm the skipper. You're the captain. Okay. Aye, aye, captain.
I'm now imagining like Lysander every step of the way, like, no, a little bit to the left, no, stop, no, you're going to, no, stop, you're going the wrong way.
Basically, that's what's happening. Yeah, and the entire
Backseat
time,
captain.
Alcor Explorer is going, take a turn left and exit the building.
If you need Elcor Explore to get from the Citadel to the relay next to the Citadel, then there's something wrong.
Space
You
or
can
on a
see.
boat or whatever. Shouldn't it be port, not left? I mean, for God's sakes.
Is this one requesting ship directions?
Actually, yes, Lysander wants ship.
Okay, Google, change directions to ship.
Accepted.
I
Your
guess I got-
mateys, take a left. In other words, turn around and starboard and make your way towards the mass relay.
Starboard is not
Starboard
left.
is right.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Okay, I do.
In the
I go
distant
right.
future, no one can get directions right.
Let's just go to the relay. I go to the relay.
hmm
Uh,
And you get to the
Control
relay
everything.
easily. You literally can see it as soon as you fly out. It's massive.
Probably didn't need directions then.
No. And it seems that the pirate nav got a bit confused given space, but
It thinks here be dragons.
yeah. Still, as you make it out, you make it towards the mass relay and you pass through, and your ship goes through its first test, immediately being thrown through a mass relay after being reconstructed. And luckily for all of you, it does hold together, and you make it through safely and blink out.
Okay, I
the other
just checked the map and we've got 2 more relays.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think it was a bad
Just
call
skip
for
past
this
that bit.
shower.
Can I have a quick play around with the sat nav and see if I can change the voice from pirate to Mr. T, please?
For fuck's sake.
What check do I need to do for that?
Give me a smarts check.
I don't think I'm very smart.
That's probably for the best.
You search through, but you don't see a Mr. T, but you do see a Mr. E.
A what?
I see Mr. What?
It says Mr. E. Mystery.
Okie dokie. I click that button.
Maybe Scooby-Doo or something.
Like a turn starboard.
turn left,
Scoops.
Scoobs.
Can I get on the Google Assistant and turn on all the jets and stuff in the super shower?
Yeah, of course you can. Which setting
Good.
do you turn the super shower on?
Missed.
A mist appears.
I'm
Fuck
glad
yeah,
we've got
dude.
our priorities in order here.
Yeah, this is good. This is quality role
All
playing. Right?
downtime, man.
So
I
yeah,
assume. Sorry.
you flick to mystery, and it begins to say, "In what direction do you think you're going? Is it to your fate? Is it to your love? Is it destiny? You don't know. Where will your mission take you? You don't know.
This is the least helpful.
Is it left? Maybe. Is it right? No, but it could be."
What?
Brilliant.
It is a mystery.
It is.
I put the mist in mystery. Whatever, fuck you guys.
That joke was a bit of a hit and a miss.
Nice. Maybe you just missed
God
the
damn
point.
it. Still, you continue your travel, and I will... Is there anything you want to discuss or do whilst you've got your travel going on? Of course, you kind of are assumed to be doing it over time, so is there anything you're wanting to do, prepare, look at, talk about whilst you're on this journey?
I need to have a shower.
Alright, easy done.
Well, it's a good thing there are 2 showers.
Yeah, you easily managed to get a shower in this time.
Wait, I think you should roll for it.
I need to do a smarts check to make sure I'm in the right shower.
Make sure you don't like break your neck or something.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you'll be traveling for a little while, I imagine, given you're going to pass through 3 relays, and obviously we'll probably have to refuel along the way, and yeah. So on
You know
that
what?
sort of assumed travel time, this is just what you're covering, basically. So yeah, you managed to easily get a shower.
So I rolled a
done with
4, so I correctly went into Roger's
It's a critical
shower.
hit on the shower.
that. You...
You have the best shower of your life.
Alright.
You know, while this kerfuffle is going on, I'm going to whip out the good old The Dextro Amino Cookbook of Alien Recipes, Traditional Dishes of the Citadel Races Made Digestible. And I'm
Okay.
going to cook up some dinner for the party. And I'm trying to befriend my captain.
Me.
Aw.
You'll have to be more specific.
Yeah, it's getting a bit muddy, that.
The actual captain in the paperwork.
Okay, cool.
The one with Captain and his name in the stream. Alright, cool. So yeah, what are you...
What are you cooking?
Yeah, what are you cooking up?
Well, you know, since we have such a diverse party, I think we should try something that is universally regarded as tasty and delicious. I'm going to make pancakes.
Pancakes are good.
Alright, cool. So the Turian's making pancakes. That's not a line I thought I could say. But I'm happy I can. So
Not-
could you give me a quick cooking check, please?
Not to go massively off topic whilst Gabriel's making his cooking check, but Dan, you've literally said to me that the only reason there's a pancake day is because no one wants to eat pancakes. The other...
Lysander likes pancakes.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
Wow. Okay, we got very lucky.
And I don't dislike pancakes. I
Jesus,
just don't
okay.
think they deserve a special occasion.
No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make waffles.
Waffles.
Like the ones you guys ate on Waffle
No.
House.
Not like
Magical
those
pie.
ones.
So,
I want Brits.
So you make waffles, and you make some amazing waffles, Niranis. You read that recipe, and what are recipes but rules? And you're very good with rules. So you make the exact recipe. There is no deviation. And you managed to make the perfect waffles. They're fluffy, they're soft, they smell delicious. You throw in some little bits and bobs on there. You throw in some chocolate chips, you throw in some fruit and all sorts of crap that you've got that you came prepared with. And You've made tasty, safe food for the humans, and you think this will be beautiful and great to present to the captain. And meanwhile, Robbie, you have managed to have an amazing shower. You've stumbled into the right one. Which one was the one you wanted to go into? Was it the Hannah's one, or was it the other one?
Occupied.
Yeah,
Occupied.
Which one was it, sorry?
Oh, this one's shower, obviously.
Alright, so Robbie, sort of... So Robbie immediately opens the door, gets straight through the security measures, and goes straight inside. And you are very much joined, Roger, as you're floating there, being misted, as you see Robbie Jenkins just stroll on in.
Jared, this one is flattered, but this one does not think it's a good idea. This one thinks we should just remain best friends forever.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. You know you've got a little bit of vomit in your shield still.
Okay. Okay, Jared. Just this once. You may wash me if that is what you desire.
Okay. We're going to reenact the scene from Ghost, like when they're doing the pottery, except it's going to be me cleaning the sick off the front of the jellyfish.
Jared, this one has never felt like this before.
I put forward that while they're doing that, Jenkins' bot kind of presses one of the buttons and jazz mode starts in the shower. It needs to happen. Smooth jazz.
Careless Whisper plays in the background.
What is happening?
I don't know what's happening, Dan.
This one doesn't know what to do with these feelings.
I've selected the romance options with the
Oh
hand.
my
I'll
God.
deal with it, Dan. I'm glad you feel it too.
Achievement unlocked, Paramore.
Yeah, so George Michael plays in the background, and you have a delightful...
I coil my
shower.
tentacles around Jared. I mean,
Oh
Jenkins.
God, no.
Okay, let's stop now. Okay,
That's
okay,
enough.
We're
stop.
just going to do a peaceful Bioware fade to black and then go
Yeah.
now. Okay, thank you.
What's the
There's a-
Peggy rating of this stream?
Fuck, it's gone. There's no rating for this anymore. It's just the news is going to be all over it. It's going to be Mass Effect 1 all over again.
Can I exit the shower just being like, oh, Jared, thank you for telling this one those documents that we were talking about.
And I will say, what documents? Oh yeah, the documents. Yeah, documents. Yeah, documents. Yeah. Okay. No, we did those documents. Okay.
God damn it, guys. Alright.
Call me documents and do me, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Enough of the Hannah human moments. As that happened. There was the fade to black there, and meanwhile, waffles, as you've been made delightful waffles. And, yeah, there's some
Is
weirdness
there enough
going
for
on.
me?
Oh,
Is there
yeah.
enough waffles for me?
Is there enough waffles for anyone else? Is probably the
Yeah,
more
probably.
opportune question.
You've got plentiful supplies. Don't worry about it, Aaron.
I mean, I would have thought of my big Rogan friend.
Yep, so you'd have made enough for your big Krogan friend. And sort of as you exit, all of you sort of smell this delicious smell of waffles as you're sort of still making your way through to the next mass relay and having a moment to at least be able to relax. Apparently a bit too much for some of you. And yeah, you serve them up. Captain, you were served up delicious waffles.
Alasdair was so
I'm
embarrassed.
going to say
he left
Alasdair
again.
has done his job. He's completed the campaign in his eyes. And has
He's
departed.
like,
Typical
Oh.
man.
Yeah.
he's going to write you a dear John letter.
Definitely.
Okay, so we were getting a vivid description of my pancakes, or waffles, or whatever they
Yeah,
are.
you've
Better
had
that
these
than anything
waffles You've had your waffles placed down in front of you. The plate is slided over, and Aaron seems to look quite proud of himself.
Okay, well done, Aaron. This is good. This is like the least horrible thing that has happened to me in the last 2 days.
Senpai noticed me.
Do I need to do like a pancake eating check?
No, of
or
course
something?
not. You just eat them.
The waffle, sorry.
They're good. And you eat, and you continue to fly on, and we will cut forward to sort of getting to the end of your voyage at this point. So you've been flying through, you've had pancakes, you've had interesting moments, and you managed to make it through the last mass relay, and you can see Omega, the very ugly looking space station, sort of floating in the distance, and the ominous red lighting very much sort of prominently showing as always in this sort of grimy underworld space station. And you're flying towards it, and you get a call as you seem to be getting pinged by the docks there.
On screen.
So we're being pinged by a
And along
dock.
the way,
Track?
as you've sort of been, you've got your ship rigged up so that when you say on screen, it does appear on screen. It's pretty unique. but it
That's
works.
lucky because Alasdair's not here.
Yeah, it is. Probably listening to it right now. I mean, he sent me another message, but I can't switch on Discord right now.
Can I have a quick aside with Jenkins just before
Certainly.
we get in?
Yeah, I mean, you can do when Jenkins is back.
No, it's fine. Jared, you don't need to say anything, mate. There's nothing that needs saying, but oh, you're back. Damn it, that ruins my joke. Fuck it.
So,
I walked into the room. What are you talking about?
Mate, I don't regret what we did. This one found it illuminating. But we're at Omega now, and part of my old life's there, and I just think that it's best for both of us if we keep things not complicated moving forward. Bar cracky.
and as he says, bar cracky, boop, the screen comes on as Captain Lysander brings it onto the screen.
This is happening on the bridge.
No, we're at the side.
Oh,
we're
you're
at an
side.
outpost.
Yeah, that's
we're
fine.
not on the bridge. You
You're
mean
so-
I'm not tragically eating my waffles off of the helm whilst I'm
We're
being
whispering
broken up
sweet
with by
nothings.
jellyfish?
That's fair.
That's a slur.
For God's sake, put the screen on. Let's talk to this dockmaster.
I can't bring myself to say anything meaningfully, and I just pressed the screen press button.
All right, no
Holding
problem.
back the
And yeah,
tears.
meanwhile in the other room, as you're having your momentary talk as well, you press that, and the screen pops up as you said, and you see the face of a Batarian pop up as he sort of looks around and goes, "We what is your identification? Like, what ship?"
This is Captain Richard Lysander of the Independence salvage vessel Flaming Piejack, requesting permission to land.
Are you serious with that name?
Yes, let's get some landing permits on the go.
You don't need a permit, just come on in, he says, and he
Okay.
blinks off, and you're
Mr. Jenkins, prepare to dock with the station. Unless you're in a different room, in which case I'll go get
he's
him.
in like the back hallway as he someone walks around.
My ears twitch at the sound of Lysander's voice across the
Yeah.
ship, and I I somersault into the room and dock.
You somersault in, get into your chair, and begin the docking procedure as you bring it on in.
Okay.
Which is cracking me up more than ever, given what fucking happened with Roger. So,
Oi, mate, don't let him stick us on docking bay 8. That one sucks.
so you bring it in, and can't fucking get over your accent, man. So you're met by a couple of Batarians as you get off. who
Wait,
kind
so
of
we
know
just
that you-
docked? He needed to do a test to like taxi out of the hangar at the start, but
Oh,
he can
yeah.
dock with an alien space station just offhand.
Yeah, he can.
Then don't.
He can.
Do you want to get us killed?
He's been having a lot of pointers by yourself on the way there, and the reason it was so dodgy to get out of Shady Tom's area is that you had to dodge quite a few things on your way out. It was kind of deeper into the Citadel, so you needed to dodge most of his roofing and a couple of beams on your way out. In other words, this, in comparison, is just a smooth landing in.
On the way down, I have to dodge my emotions.
You can never dodge those.
Does he need to roll for that?
I don't think he has
Those
enough
are
agility.
target seeking.
Yeah, they just seek you right out. You can't dodge your emotions, only hide from them.
It's too real.
Alright, so you continue on. You dock in, and you're met by a couple of Batarians in armor who both kind of look over you all as you walk in. Alright, you make your way in there, and you don't do anything stupid now.
I
You don't do
definitely
anything
cannot
stupid.
make it.
Already filled my quota for the day, mate. Or this one's quota, I should say, given that I'm an R.
I wish I had the luxury to promise that we weren't going to do anything stupid, but I don't.
I like this one, says one of them. The other one nods. Well, either way, just be careful. There's a lot going on out there.
Lot going on in here.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Let's hope you never have
worry.
to.
Yeah.
I believe this might be one of those times where the less I know, the better.
Okay, so do we need to go to like Afterlife or something? Were we looking for Aria?
Yeah, so Aria to look will be found in Afterlife, no doubt. It's common knowledge to anybody who's been around this place before, which you certainly have, Lysander, and the rest of you probably have been as well, actually, given your lives. Probably not Aaron, actually. Aaron is probably the one innocent enough to never have been here.
Well, this one grew up here, mate, more or less. Well, I got streetwise. That seems useful.
It certainly does.
Should anyone object to me streetwise ended up over here?
Go for it.
And what are you trying to find with your streetwise, with your 8?
Directions.
Directions?
Without the use of
Yeah.
I like which way to what's her face?
Yeah, you easily find your way. You remember it like, it's kind of like almost muscle memory to you at this point, as you remember the way to the afterlife.
I have fluid sacs, not muscles.
Yeah, your fluid sacs resonate with directions, as you are, you
Your fluid sacs resonate with directions.
Oi, mates, follow this one. This one knows the way. Like it was yesterday.
And anyway,
You follow the Hannah.
yeah, it's for the best.
Also,
let's just get past this. Let's just
I
move
am
on forward.
literally glowing during all of this due to bioluminescence.
Yeah. And you make your way towards Afterlife by the quickest and safest route possible. Lucky for you, avoiding a few muggers as you get your way towards it. And you eventually float on towards Afterlife, where you can hear thudding music in the distance. And you can see a long line going out of it.
Oh, so this is. Can we actually get in here? Do we need to queue for ages, or what is it? This is where the famous Elcor bouncer is, right?
It is.
Gus,
You can see
talk to the bouncer,
massive Elcor bouncer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the bouncer, see if I
You
can
walk ahead and
cut
you
a
see a
deal.
few people, like another Krogan who spots you, just kind of goes, "Ray, what are you doing pushing in? I've been waiting
gotta
here
talk.
for a while."
I just gotta talk to a buddy.
Sort of snorts and turns away.
What? You got a problem?
"Yeah, I do have a problem," he says as he looks at you. And you
Well,
notice he's
I've got
wearing
a
some
problem
very
with you.
specific red armor.
Oh,
He's a member of the Blood Pack.
Jared.
definitely cover.
Oh no.
I got a good feeling about this. This one has a good feeling about this. I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, you know what? I actually have a problem with you.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
And what's
gonna
your
headbutt
name?
him.
All right,
Just
give me a strength check, please. As you just
Roger is like the inverse of Atten from KOTOR 2. It's like if Roger has a good feeling about this, save your game.
All right, Gusk, you clash into this one's head, and they seem to have thick head plates, and you just sort of skitter off the side of it as you headbutt them, and he just sort of looks at you and rolls back his shoulders. "You're gonna regret that." And he goes for a headbutt against you.
Alright. What do I have to roll?
He's gonna try and beat yours. It's fine. I will use a good old boy not here from last session. Alright, so he crashes into your head, and you ascend, staggering back slightly as he sort of hits you direct bang on in the middle of your plates that are sort of still not fully melded yet, given your young age.
Can I shoot him?
Yeah, but you are in the middle of Omega and you are in a line.
Omega only respects strength there, mate. And also guns, which are a different form of strength. You learn that growing up here.
Alright, so yeah, you can give it a shot if you wish.
Yeah, he's
Two
not wrong.
shots.
Okay, no problem, go ahead.
Alright, so am I rolling... what am I
Shooting,
rolling here?
please.
Shooting, oh. Can I mulligan that one?
You hit with that.
Can I try the... Wait, is that a good hit or like a mediocre hit?
It's a hit.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm fine with that then.
Yeah.
Well, the effect is determined by the damage roll, so it's just whether or not you hit him.
So now I'm doing damage.
Yeah, like if you hit them extremely good, that's where you get an extra damage dice, but that's called a
Gotcha.
raise or an ace. But yeah, you just do the damage, so on a... Okay. The deal maker.
I got 2 guns. Can I shoot him again?
Yep. If you give me another
All
shooting
right.
check, please.
Sweet. Can I mulligan that one?
You certainly can.
Yeah.
That's another hit. Damage, please. Much better. Okay, so
The deal maker.
your deal maker, you fire off both shots, hit. The first one crashes into the side of his head plate and chips off a bit of it, and the second one you shoot again and it hits him directly in one of the eyes, and you see him sort of roar out as his eye sizzles away, and he's just left with a small crater where his eyeball was that's been sort of already stitched together by heat from the shot that you've given, and he's still alive. Krogan's a hardy, but you've smashed out one of this one's eyes with a shot, and he sort of holds his head and just roars out in pain and in rage.
Anyone else mind if we talk to our friends here, mates?
The rest of the line all just part, and you see the big Elcor bouncer just look around and looks towards you all.
Answer this one thought. All right, Gusk, on our way.
How much, like, am I shaken at all? Do I have any damage?
No, you
or am
don't
I-
actually. You didn't actually get damaged. It was just a strength test of it was a test of who is dominant more than actually trying to damage each other. So
Alright. What's that Elcor doing?
that Elcor is just looking like he's giving you a look as if to say you better sort out your shit and get in here if you're wanting to. He's looking ready to basically if something's going to continue, he's ready to throw down.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll just wait for everybody else to walk in, then go in last.
Meanwhile, this Krogan's still holding his eye and just like
Is this Krogan done, or do we need to finish him off?
he
Is he gonna
seems to
let us
be
pass?
in agony right now, given he's just had his eye blown out. Temporarily, it seems he's not going to go for you.
I could stun baton him.
You could.
You're just really wanting to use the stun baton, aren't you?
Let's use the stun baton. He's only going to come back and annoy us later.
All right, give me a stun baton. Check them, please.
Do I go straight to the weapon, or is it like
Straight
hitting
to
people
the,
with
you
sticks?
go fighting first, and then you go with the weapon. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, you hit with a raise. Could you give me your damage of your weapon, please? And you'll also get the bonus damage.
So I just click damage on the weapon.
Yeah, you just click damage on the weapon. It rolls the bonus automatically from the looks of things. Yeah, so you got a 5, plus you got the 4 as well. So yeah, you hit it in the back, and yeah, it will make a vigor roll.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, you ironically you hit this Krogan sort of in the side, and in fact, how would you like to take the Krogan down with your stun baton, Dan?
I'm just jabbing the guy until he's unconscious. It's like
Just
so we can just step over him after that
Alright.
accomplished display of diplomacy that we just went.
yeah, so you see him sort of, he's holding his eye, and he looks towards you, Gusk, and he goes, "The blood pack looking of this." And as he says that, Lysander walks over and just casually stun rods him, and you see him just sort of and then just fall to the ground and thud. And the Elcor
Okay.
bouncer sort of looks over at you all and goes, "Going in, are you?" questioningly.
Yeah, if we could.
Enter authoritatively.
Okay, chaps, let's go.
Good job, boss.
Good hit. Impressed. He says to you, Lysander.
The Lysander doesn't care.
I'm
not-
so
Ow.
humiliated.
Not impressed with the fucking eye shot, but whatever. It's fine.
Still, you make it in, and you begin to sort of float and walk your way in as you make it into the sounds of thudding music all around you. You can see
Okay.
sort of this almost circle, like a ring, that's sort of a platform where there's a couple of Atsari dancers on sort of the outside edge. And you can see many people sort of sat in the chairs drinking various really sort of cheap-looking drinks and are talking to each other and sort of looking over their shoulders a bit shadily. And you can see a couple of armed guards that are leaning against a platform that leads up towards a more private booth.
This place reminds Lysander of a video game he once played.
Yeah.
Okay,
This one
so
reckons we'll find what's a face up there.
yeah, nobody drink the drinks. You shouldn't drink the drinks in Afterlife.
Then I'm gonna get a drink.
Okay,
All right.
should probably have seen that coming.
Probably should have, yeah, I guess. But it's all right. It happens.
I'm
So,
gonna get the strongest drink on the menu.
all right, you go over, and there's a sort of a shady-looking Batarian that seems to be dealing up drinks, and he kind of looks over at you. Oh,
All Batarians are shady looking.
all right, Lysander.
Wow, racist!
Oh, yeah, I can get you a drink. What do you want? Strongest one.
Be the strongest thing on the menu.
Oh, I could give you something, he says, and he turns around and mixes you up a drink and then hands you over a canister and just kind of smiles a bit. That should do you.
I slam
He
it
takes
back.
the credits from you and then you slam that back. And could you give me a vigor check, please? You slam it back and oh god, everything spins like crazy all of a sudden. You're feeling hella warm.
I'm gonna fake it though. Like I'm gonna pretend like it's not affecting me, but
Yeah,
you know.
that's fine.
I'll have what he's having, mate.
Really?
Make it a double or a half or whatever.
We all played this side quest in Mass Effect 2, and then we just did it. We just went ahead and did it.
Alright, so you're given a drink and he hands it over to you.
So vigor check or
Vigor check, please.
Wow.
Roger, your rampant years of alcoholism save you.
back home we call this water, we do.
Right, I don't... He says a bit confused by you managing that.
I guess I stagger off.
You float stagger.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
you
alright.
float off. Gus just sort of walking unsteadily.
Yeah, I'm gonna go join the party again.
So far, this Krogan has failed a headbutt competition and been beaten in a drinking contest by a Hannah.
Yeah.
You
It's
speak
not-
as if
not
you
going
could do
well.
better.
And we wonder why Gusk has self-esteem issues.
Yep.
Okay. And what are you all trying to do? Are you making your way towards Aratalok or Tolok?
We've just got the stairs, right?
Yeah, you begin to head up, and the two guards at the bottom, one a Batarian, one a Turian, kind of block your way and just kind of look at you. And what are you trying to do?
I need to speak to Arya.
You do? Have you booked
Yeah,
an
I
appointment?
do.
Is this someone I owe money? I can't remember who my creditors are.
Yes, you have. Pretty much any time we find somebody who lends money, you owe them money, Roger. That's pretty much your deal right
Gotcha.
now.
I guess I owe money. This one owes them money. This one does.
Oh yeah, what's your name?
Roger Collins.
He sort of looks over his shoulder, and you see a quite hulking Krogan walk over out of sight, and comes back a moment later and sort of grins a bit. Yeah, we can see a Roger Collins, all right. Bring him up here, and all of his friends too.
Wonderful!
Oh no.
Oh, and take the guns first.
Can I keep my stun button?
Well, yeah.
I feel like I might need it to keep Gusk awake.
Yeah, I mean, what's a stun baton gonna do? You can keep that. Just get rid of the rest. Hand him over. He says, and sort of his Batarian friend goes and holds out.
I mean, Gusk isn't going to give the gun away.
No.
This definitely going to turn to violence in the next 2 minutes.
Look, I get it. You want to keep him. You want to be a tough guy, but don't. Not here. Won't get you anywhere. Not right now. Not with Arya.
Well, then just let me keep my gun.
You stay down here and don't go up then. He says and turns around
No.
the rest of you.
No, I gotta go up.
Can I command Gusk to surrender the gun?
You can try.
You can try.
Because I have command.
You can. And your feature is that, but you can.
Do I?
You'd have to convince Gusk in character, so.
Oh, so that's not a vigor check.
No.
Okay, I feel incapable of convincing Gusk in character to surrender this gun. We do kind of need to like maybe get 100 yards without starting a giant fight, though. So let's see if we can get up these stairs and talk to this person. Just give the gun away.
Let me try talking to my friend. Okay, so Aaron is like, he's very sheepish in this new environment. He knows that his bureaucracy has no power here, and he is accordingly. He turns to his friend and goes, "You know, Gusk, I think you probably should hand the guns. I mean, we do need to talk to the woman up there. And I don't think we can do it without you. I mean, your negotiation skills are impeccable. We need your help up there. But if you keep your guns, you can't help us. We won't be able to do this. Come on." Like a little friendly bump on the
head.
Does he have to do like a? Does he have to do a back or anything?
No, not with convincing players. It's down to you for choice on that one. Social skills can be used against other people. You can make a roll to see how convincing he is if you want him to. But
can I lean in this as well?
Can you what? Sorry, Robin.
Can I lean in on this conversation as well?
Yeah, of course you can.
Yes, I thought it needed sabotaging.
I'm gonna lean into Gusk and say, "I'll race you to see who can give this person our guns the fastest."
Okay, you're on.
Okay, you're on. Agility roll.
Yeah, give me agility roll. See who hands over their guns the quickest, Gusk.
Don't screw this up, because that's the cleverest thing that's happened so far.
Yeah, you hand them over pretty damn quick, Gusk. And Robbie, you hand them over a little bit slower, but just slow enough. Your ploy has worked perfectly. And they take the guns, and you see the Turian one sort of nod at you, kind of thankfully that the two of you have managed to convince Gus to give him over, and gestures behind himself. Go on then, get on up.
Okay.
You say the two of you convinced him, but we all know that if in fact it was Jinking. Erin looks defeated.
But you tried.
I was gonna, but then no. Don't feel bad, Erin. It's okay.
Okay, let's speak to Arya.
No problem. So, you go up and you see Arya sat, sort of leaned back and lounging on a C-shaped sofa sort of chair. Behind her is all of the sort of exotic dancing Asari, and she leans on her hand and looks at you. The sort of blue skin and sort of strange, almost tendril-like head of the Asari, very much prominent and very much a reminder of exactly what she is. But she sits there with a sense of power and like she's in no danger from all of you. And you do see a massive hulking Krogan with a very thick head plate that juts out quite heavily stood kind of up straight, looking at you all, shotgun in hand. And you can see there are a couple of what seem to be Turians again. One of them who's looking away, kind of a bit ashamed, and the other one who seems to be looking over at you all very intently, just kind of flanking the area as one of them gestures to the seats. Sit.
Alice, darling, this one's so happy to see ya. Just brought my new captain here, Jared, willing to pay off all my debts, so I think we're square.
Oh, really? Great, she says and smiles. Sit down.
You telling me we couldn't get Carrie Ann Moss for this stream?
I wish. You'll have to do my pale imitation.
I don't know if Turians can sweat, but I think Erin is sweating code right now.
I don't know if
you
an R
would.
can sit down.
You can float above a seat.
I float lower than usual.
You float lower. Good. Well, I've got to say I'm not impressed with you, Roger.
Few are love, you know that.
Yeah.
But I think things finally changed for this one.
Oh, have they?
I think. Oh yeah, big time.
Well, in that case, you can pay back your debt right away, right?
Right out, Captain.
Yeah, so what? It was 1,000 plus interest. What has the interest risen up to now?
In total, you're looking at about 10 grand. 10,000 credits. Now.
When did he take this out? The 16th century?
Roger,
That's
you remember
ridiculous.
that this is like way above the interest that you should have had on this. This is like probably triple that she's asking for right now.
How much do we have in our shared bank account? I'm hesitant to ask.
It's like 9,000.
9,000 credits, yeah.
Brilliant.
That only
Wait,
seems fair.
Hold on, wait. Didn't we also get a deposit from the...
You did. You
Oh,
did,
yeah.
actually, yes.
Ah, and I'm drunk,
So,
too.
yeah, you've got more than enough for this.
What was the deposit?
The deposit, I believe, was... I think it was 150k
The
they were
mysterious
giving,
woman.
so it was 50k, I believe, if I remember right.
Oh, that's actually quite a lot. I was going to say I don't really care about Roger's debts, but I guess if we can pretty effortlessly pay for him, then we may as well avoid the violence.
I'm going to say who cares for Roger's debt. He's not even part of the crew's crew itinerary. He's
Well,
not
he-
even part of, officially listed in the document.
He gave us a reason to be able to talk to her.
I'm going to look to my right longingly into Roger's eyes and think to myself, in this situation, what would Roger want me to do? And I'm going to pull out my gun and shoot it in the air.
No.
You shoot your gun in the air.
Okay.
You haven't got a
Wait,
gun.
you surrendered your
Oh, you
gun.
don't have a gun. Your gun was taken off.
Oh, then I finger guns in the air.
Not the finger guns again.
So you sit down with Aria to look, and she goes, "That'll be 10 grand." And you turn around, you look at her, and you go, "Pew, pew."
Well, we're looking great right now, guys.
And she sits back and puts a hand on her cheek and just looks at you with just utter confusion.
Okay, so I think the only thing to do in this situation is just to sheepishly hand her over 10 grand, right?
Great. I'm glad you've set us up this way. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so do you cheekily sort of go, oh okay, and transfer over the credits?
Keep the change there, love.
How
Don't-
much is the change?
There isn't any change, and don't call me love, she says as she looks at you, Roger. And by the way, Roger, if you ever skip out of town again, if you ever do that when you're due to pay, well, I don't know how you'll do without your tentacles. but we can see.
Oh, I think I'll manage all right.
I don't want to have to roll this guy around on the floor. Let's keep his tentacles.
I like you. So what's your deal,
Okay.
Captain Lysander?
Well, we're here looking
flaming
for...
hijack?
Wait, why are we talking to Arya again? I thought we had like Google Maps to where this place was. Why are we talking to Arya again?
Because
the Drell.
yeah,
Oh my god, there was a drill. I can't remember anything. Okay.
it's okay. The Roger Robbie thing happened since then. I think everybody's
yeah,
checked
that's
out
all
since
I
that
can
point.
remember.
It's good to be the one remembering things for a change.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to ask if she's seen a Drell. Just any Drell.
Yeah, I've seen Drell. What about it?
We're looking for a Drell that was seen attempting to pilfer documents from the Citadel archives in the last few days. Wait, do we have the footage? Do we have the camera footage?
You do.
Okay, I assume Uranus has got that or whatever. Can we show her the footage?
Certainly can.
Okay, go,
Uranus,
Uranus.
do you show them?
Uranus is like very slowly, he's just like raising his arm, like shaking a lot, extending his Omni too, so that she can see the video. And he's like looking at the floor.
Oh. Oh. I might know them. Let's say maybe they work for me. Let's say maybe that Datapad was a high price. What would you say to that?
Is there drink service up here? Just thought to interrupt the mood there.
If you want a drink, go down and get one. Roger.
Why can't they bring him up here?
Okay, I think this probably isn't the best time for this.
Probably not. Listen to your captain, Roger.
Well, Captain hasn't said a thing. This one's Captain.
I'm still finger gunning in the air at this point.
Okay, so we need to... If this Drell still has this Datapad, or does Arya have it now? Either way, we need to know where this is. What would we have to do to endear ourselves enough to get that information?
So Arya leans forward as you sort of, seem to have an interest. Maybe I could help you. Maybe I could get you that. I don't know why you need it. Some interesting information on that, but it's all encoded. We can't break into it anyway. At least not until we get the right people. But say if I could get you it, would you do me a favor?
Depends what it is.
Anything.
Okay.
Good, she says, and she looks at that. Well, I've been having a couple of problems with a certain few individuals, and we could say they've also skipped town like your boy Roger here. Issue is, they've gone back to their own planet, and they're not exactly keen on me being around there. I assume you know of Tachanka.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
There's 3 Krogans there.
Well, there's more than that.
Makes an excellent point.
She sort of looks at you, squints, and then smiles slightly. There's 3 Krogans there, in particular, that I want dealt with. They owe me, and they owe me big. But they've been skipping out for too long, and they need to see that messing with me doesn't pay off. I give you their names. I give you their description. You go, and you deal with them. Put them down. Make sure they know who did it before they die. Seem fair?
Want us to know? Wait, do they want them to know that we did it, or that you did it through us, or specifics
That
here?
it's from me, Roger.
All right then. Just specificity never hurts anybody.
The specifics will be in the file. I'll send it over to you immediately. How does that sound,
Yes.
Roger, for specifics?
Smile wouldn't hurt either.
Doesn't smile at you, just stares.
Okay, I have absolutely no moral problem with this. Let's go kill some random Krogan.
Go to Tachanka, kill these 3, and make sure that when you come back, you bring proof.
What, like a receipt?
No, not a receipt. Like a piece of their head plate or some teeth. You know, something.
All right, that doesn't seem like a problem. I've been with this crew for a long time. They handle this sort of thing all the time. This is a milk run for us, so no problem there at all. Right, Lysander?
We can do this. We probably need to know more information than just there are 4 Krogan on Tachanka. Kill them.
3.
Like whereabouts are they? Or 3 Krogan?
I'll give you the information, I'll give you the location, but the thing you need to know is their clan at the very least. The names are Dakmar, Nakmar. I know it's an annoying name. Nakmar
Wait.
Kurlock. And I
Oh.
believe the third was Nakmar Gusk.
Oh. Okay.
What a crazy coincidence! Where with the
okay.
gust?
Yeah, right. Let's not say anything.
Oh.
Go to
okay.
Tachanka, kill those 3, come back to me with proof. I'm done with you, she says and sits back. I have much more important information to deal with. Go and deal with it and come back to me later.
Alasdair, you missed some stuff.
You missed a huge bomb.
Paraphrase it for me.
There's
Gusk.
Krogan on Tachanka.
Also, Arya Talok wants me dead.
But
Okay.
she doesn't
one
know
of the
that
3
Gusk is
Krogan
gonna-
we're supposed to kill is Gusk.
Oh. Is Gusk here when this revelation came to light?
Yes, which
Yes.
means we've
At
got
least
about
it
a
seems to be
second
Gusk.
before Roger says something stupid and we're in trouble.
Okay, I excitedly wait a second.
Can I do like a smarts check to see if I know that other
You can.
Nakmor?
You can give me a smarts check, please.
So it's two Nakmor and Gusk, right? They're all
3
are they all
Nakmars.
Nakmor?
They're all Nakmors, and the names are Dakmar
Should I have like a
and
a
Kurlock.
debuff? Should I have a debuff since I'm still really drunk?
No, not on this.
All right.
Oh wow.
Oh my god, you're the only one in your entire clan called Gusk. You definitely are not forgetting anything important.
Okay.
This doesn't seem like a great situation.
No.
Yeah.
And
I.
as you blank on that and think, oh god, she wants me dead, that's where we'll leave it today.
Okay.
So, thank you very
That's
much for
quite the
playing, everyone.
cliffhanger.
And
Little
next
arrow
time
to
we'll
be
see if
continued
you will
and roundabout
slaughter Gusk. So, we'll go around, we'll do some outros, and we'll make sure to we'll go through, we'll ask you, obviously, where we can find you on social media or your channels and the like, which I'm sure everybody here knows about already, but just in case, and also your favourite moments. So we'll go the opposite way from earlier. Larissa, your favourite moment and where we can find you.
My favorite moment is finding out that there's a fucking bounty on my head. I don't even know what I did. Yeah, but I'm Larissa. I'm with the Templin Institute, in case you missed that. I also narrate short stories, if you're into that, so you should go over to the Syntropic Oracle, find that there. Yeah, that's me.
Brilliant. And Roger.
Yeah, I'm Roger, aka Marc. I'm also with the Templin Institute. And my favorite moment, I don't know, I'm kind of tired. I liked shooting that guy, the Krogan that was getting mouthy.
Oh, yeah.
But I also liked Niranus helping out the guy we were trying to interrogate. You know, like, oh, there are a lot of data pads. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Brilliant. And where can we find you?
Oh, on the internet. Look up Templin Institute.
Sweet. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, and Gab.
Okay, so hi, I'm Gabriel. The only place you can find me on the internet is either on the Templin, which way is Larissa in the chat stream? Oh, whatever. In the Templin Institute Discord server and my Twitter. That's the only places you can find me on the web. And I am the scientific advisor for the Spacedock web series, The Sojourn. So go check that out. It's pretty damn cool.
Sweet. And Robbie Jenkins, Alasdair.
Hello, I'm Alasdair. I'm the editor for Spacedock. My favorite moment at the thing, I think, was trying to pull a Roger, I'm going to call it, and pull out a gun, and totally not forgetting that I had them taken off me already.
Brilliant, loved it. Yeah, it was brilliant to see sort of Robbie Jenkins' amazing stunts, but also just completely bumbling on the last moment.
Oh, I also forgot to mention our shower scene. I did like that a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I named that my favorite scene.
Fair. All right.
I think this just goes without saying that's everyone's favorite scene, and we all need to come up with our second favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a given. I think that one's just sort of, burned into everyone's memories. So, Lysander, and of course, Daniel.
I'm Daniel. I present the web series Spacedock. You can find that online. I also write and produce The Sojourn, which many of these lovely people are involved with. You can also find that online. This was just packed with amazing moments. I thought it was bloody hilarious, the whole thing. But if I had to pick one small thing, I loved Well, There's More Than That from Gusk about the number of Krogan onto Chunka. That was great fun. It was hilarious.
Yeah, both hilarious and factual at the same time. Just,
it was like so fast as well. It was very funny.
That is definitely something Gusk would say, I figure. And it's like witticisms by stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's super suitable. I loved it. It was really fun. And no, again, and I am Hollowtail. You can find me on Twitter at Hollowtail, on YouTube at Hollowtail, where I've recently finally crossed 300 subscribers, which is awesome. It's a big step for myself, at least. And yeah. You can find me here every 2 weeks normally, but there's going to be a bit of a gap as I believe some of the cast members are away. So we'll get back and give you an exact date on when the next session for this will be. But there's a few more sessions left for this, the crew of the Flaming Pyjack and their adventures across the Mass Effect universe. And you can also, as of 2 weeks from this Saturday, find me running a Victorian horror game, which should be very interesting, in the Unhallowed Metropolis game. Which should be very spooky, and that'll be at 5 p.m. UK, and I can't translate it in my head right now, but it'll be on my Twitter anyway, so we'll see there. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's amazing to see you all back, and it's been good to seeing all of you in the chat again, and we will see you next time. So, until then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.